Friday, May 16th. Friday, May 16th. Happy birthday. Wait. I'm not sure, but methinks I got me a reverb. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear birthday boy. Happy birthday to you. So I have to wait till Sly comes in because she will tell me whose birthday it is. I forgot. But I see that Woody is here. Woody, you've been first. How many weeks in a row now? Golly gee whiz, Batman. Howdy, Owl. Howdy. How you doing, Woody? What's going on up there? You going on a photo shoot mañana, tomorrow? Let's get this wire out of my lap. Like. And then I got the water. Turn the air conditioner on. Now, you don't hear it, right? It's doing noise cancellation inside of itself. So there is something different on the mic. I do have to say that. And let's see if it's loud enough. Testing. Let's raise it up a little bit more. Because I know somebody's at a hard of hearing. I don't know who. Woody, are you hard of hearing? Or is it Jeff? Oh, Jeff is here too. How you doing, Jeff? Happy Friday. Here it is, Friday again. I already got a thumbs up. Who did that? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, let's see what we got. Oh, what did I title this tonight? What I titled it tonight, it will be the Sony A7c II, which is my new favorite camera. And I'll tell you why in a minute, but you know why. If you've been watching even the big channel, I was gushing all over it. I did a video using this camera with this lens, A7c II, with the Sony 11mm 1.8 APS-C lens. Okay, and then we've got the other camera, which is Sony ZV-E1, which is Eleanor. Now, I don't know. What attracts me to the A7c II is that it's got 33 megapixels. Okay, so that would be a plus for the A7c II. Now, a plus for Eleanor is she has this big array for microphones. Although the video that I did on the big channel, I think I put it up yesterday, I wouldn't say it was a bad video in terms of the sound. So the sound didn't disappoint that much, but the microphone array on Eleanor ZV-E1 actually will register if I'm behind the camera. So let's say I'm doing one of these things, okay, and I'm behind the camera and talking to you because I'm showing you something. Hello, and then I turn it around. And now I'm in the front, it will change the capsules automatically on the ZV-E1. That will not happen on the A7c II. It doesn't even have that microphone array. So you see the top of the camera? Can you see it? I'm looking at it myself. Okay, so it's very different from the microphone array that's on the top of the ZV-E1. I didn't plug in the overhead camera. Oops. Okay, so I'll put them side by side and you can kind of see how they are different. So I actually was going to, I called Randy because, you know, sometimes it's fun to just discuss it with somebody. And that means if you're here, you're able to talk about it too. Okay. So I was going to sell the Panasonic ZV, they don't have a ZV, the Panasonic S5 Mark II. And I don't have very many lenses for that camera. So I was going to sell that camera and the lenses and then use the money somewhere else. Because I'm liking this camera. And this is the A7c II. I'm saying it over and over because some people will listen and they won't watch later on to to see what camera I'm holding up and stuff. So the A7C Mark II, this camera does everything well. It has more megapixels. This has 33 megapixels on the A7C II. On the ZV-E1, we have 12 megapixels. So when I put a crop sensor lens on the white camera, so I'm holding up the ZV-E1, and that is a white camera in color. And this is the A7C Mark II is black in color, okay? So this is Eleanor. I need a nickname for this one because saying A7C II and ZV-E1 over and over and over, it gets tiring. So Eleanor, I think Sammy named this Eleanor because the E1, and I was singing, you got a thing about you. I just can't live without you. I really want you, Eleanor, near me. Your looks intoxicate me, even though your folks hate me. I think I love you, Eleanor, love me. So I was singing that, and while I was singing that, we were playing with this, and Sammy was on the phone. So he says, "Oh, E1, that's Eleanor, EL, so Eleanor." So that's how she got her name. But I find myself going and grabbing this camera, which is the A7C II. Now, I don't have a good name for this camera. Maybe we can name it tonight, okay? So this one needs a name. I'm going to lower the volume just a little bit, Woody. Don't get upset. I just don't like it going into the red. It needs to stay in the green or yellow, and that is good, all right? So when I go to reach for a camera, I'm always reaching for this camera. And because I have a crop sensor lens on here, I also am cutting this down from 33 megapixels to what's half of 33, 15, 16, 17 megapixels. Okay, so that works very good. Now, when I did the videos, Sly said that even with the 11 millimeter, which is coming in at 17 plus the dynamic active stabilization, it's probably running around 19 to 20 millimeters. Okay, so she said that she thought my face was a little close. Now Randy has a 10 millimeter 10 to 20, but it's an f4 lens. So on this girl here, okay, so maybe we can call him Franklin. That's not a bad idea. Oh, let's get back over to the comments. So we got, did I say hi to you, Jeff? Hey, Jeff, how you doing in Australia? I did say hi to Woody. And Ashley is saying, hi, Peter. I just spoke to her. Was it today, Ashley? I was talking to Sammy and Alex and Ashley all at the same time. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but it was one of the 2 days. Oh, it was yesterday because I had to run to go cook dinner. All right, so hi to Ashley. I'm guessing that Alex is together with you, or you just turned me on, and that's sweet. That was very nice of you. So I appreciate that so much. I do. I'm assuming that the volume sounds good because it looks good here on the meters. I don't know what it's sounding like over there. So Lazuka's here. Hi, Peter and friends. Just having dinner with my sister. But I will say hi and God bless you. Love you all so much. That's Lewis. I love you too. I love you too, Lewis. You're awesome. So, I did see Sly. She'll be coming up in a second. So I got to sing happy birthday to somebody, right, Sly? I don't remember who. But we'll do it. Miss you, buddy. I miss you. Well, I just talked to you yesterday. You missed me from yesterday to today? So Sly is saying, evening, you all. R2D2. R2D2 for the A7C II. I think she's making a joke. Oh, I have new earbuds on, so if anybody's going to join me, I can hear you with the earbuds. And I used them last night for a few hours. So Sly pushed me into these earbuds, and you know what? It did not hurt my ears. That is a big thing. Now we'll see what it sounds like. So Mook, the Mook is here. Mook the MC. Hi, Mookie. Love you too. Eleanor Roosevelt was married to Franklin, so this could be Franklin. That's a good running contender. Okay. But this one is not named for Eleanor Roosevelt. She's the prettiest girl I have ever seen. Oh, so anyway, Franklin Roosevelt, we'll think about it. I want to keep the politics out, but it's a good suggestion, Mookie. Good suggestion, dude. But let's keep it open and see what everybody is saying. Oh, Randy is here. He's not out on the road getting a frappe mocha. I'm going to make one tonight after the show. But it'll be my version. It'll be less than 3, maybe 4 carbs. Oh, this is the 3rd day that I'm back on the no sugar, low sugar diet. So it was supposed to be the most painful day, and it wasn't. So I'm doing all right. So what my plans were or are is I wanted to Monday through Friday go on no sugar or very super low sugar, 4, 5, 10 carbs at the most, meaning back to the mostly carnivore diet. So the link is in the description if you want to jump in to say hello, anybody. And if it doesn't work, make sure you tell me. All right, so I see nobody over there. Actually, that means I could take one of these out and I don't have to shout so much. I can hear myself a little better. There we go. So I do put a little piece of tape on the wire for the right side because they write the L and the R for the left ear, right ear so small. I can't read it. I mean, I'm looking at it and it's like a blur. It's like a blob. Is it an L or is it an R? So I put a little piece of tape, and I just know the one with the tape on it. I just put painter's tape, the blue one. That one is actually a for the right ear. So you shouldn't really be seeing them. They kind of sit in my ear pretty well. This one I pull it out a little bit. But if I put it back in the hole, like where it belongs, and I come over the top on this like it belongs. Okay. Let's put this over here. You don't see it very much, honestly. They're a Sony brand. What were they, Sly? $8? So I was saying hi to Randy. Sly was complaining that the 11mm is too tight, so I might want to borrow that 10 to 20 and see how it does. If it passes the Sly approval, she says my face is too close with the dynamic active turned on. But there's no rush. This works great. But I go to grab this camera all the time. And this uses the full-size battery, so I don't have to have an array of batteries. So I think Randy is correct. What you're watching now, can you tell what camera you're watching? I have mentioned it, but I don't know if you're paying attention. So that should work out being successful. That means I'm going to put this on the market for sale because I can get more money for this camera than I can for the S5 Mark II because this one's got the name. When you got the name, you got the game. And I even have the Ulanzi fan that goes with this. So you put that on, and I put some Velcro on there because I was tired of it falling off. So now it's Velcroed on. So I really haven't had to use the fan. Now on the Eleanor, it's got the straps where they don't dingle-dangle, shingle-shangle, okay? I don't like those kind of noises, you know. I'm going to take it off of the Velcro. Okay, so that is the Ulanzi fan. If there was heating problems, I would stick it on, but there is none, so I just leave it off. So that is doing very well. It would actually fit on here too, but I don't think I got overheating on this. Yeah, it should fit on here too. So I don't know if I'm going to sell it with that Ulanzi fan or not. But if it gets somebody to buy it, that would be great. So I grabbed this. So I don't know if that extra one from the 11mm to the 10 is going to make a whole lot of difference. But that gets multiplied by 1.5. So the difference in size will be in my favor. So what I'm going to have to do is set this lens to f4 because the 10 to 20 millimeter Sony is an f4 and the 11 millimeter Sony is an f1.8. So I'll have to see how this camera does with that. But between the telephoto lens, and Randy sent me a telephoto lens, okay, and this lens and this camera, this is a hard combination to beat, to do just about anything. And this one, I'm going to start calling him Franklin. Frankie? Okay, Frankie's not too bad. But that has nothing to do, you can't tell with the E1 and Eleanor. I don't know, can you tell what camera that is? So with Frankie, he's got a, an EVF on here, where Eleanor, she don't have that, okay? So this is supposed to be, Eleanor's supposed to be better in low light, but if I need low light, I already own the 11 millimeter 1.8 lens. So if the light becomes bad for some reason, instead of the 10 to 20, I'd just pop it off and put on the 11 millimeter. So it kind of solves that problem. So where I used to want to carry this everywhere I went, and the fact that that Eleanor is white, it lowers down that defense system. You know, when you raise a camera, people go, oh, don't take a picture of me. Don't take a picture of me. Well, the white camera doesn't seem to be intrusive, okay? Now, people are used to me with a camera in my hand, but I haven't had that intrusive thing or issue with this camera yet. We'll see what happens. But this is my go-to, and yes, believe it or not, I have used the viewfinder when I go outside and the birds are out there. I just sent Randy a picture. I don't know if I can put a picture in here to show it to you. Well, it is what it is. Whatever. Okay, so I had left off with Mookie, and then I went over to Randy. And after all, the two cameras are related. Yes, they are very related. Ashley said it was yesterday. I guess I put her to sleep. Don't tell Alex, he might get jealous. So Randy says, Peter, put the A7C on full frame mode and use the Viltrox 20 millimeter 2.8. I tried that. On Eleanor. And you know what? Nothing beats the 11 millimeter even with the crop mode. But I will test that because that's what's on here now. It's the 20 millimeter f2.8. So what? The 10 to 20 is a 10 millimeter at the widest, and it's an f4. Now, does that slide when you go to 20 millimeter? Does it close even more? Does it stay at f4? So I think we're going to have to try that lens out and see how it works. So Randy says Luis Vega. Luis Vega. Oh, I bet you were saying that's whose birthday it was. Happy birthday to you, Luis. Happy birthday to you, Luis. Happy birthday, dear Luis. Happy birthday to you. I think his birthday was a couple of days ago, but I'm not remembering, okay? So whenever it was, and it was Sly's birthday last Sunday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Sly. Happy birthday, dear Sly. Happy birthday to you for last Sunday. And happy birthday to Louis for a few days ago. And a special song for Evelyn I'm singing to you. What's with all the caps, good old gal? Are you into an all-cap mode, or are you shouting at me? You can shout, but I don't listen. My mommy used to say that to me. So good to see Evelyn here. What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart. You need to sing happy birthday to Louis. I thought I did that. Happy birthday to Louis. Happy birthday to Louis. How's the microphone sounding tonight, dear Louis? Happy birthday to you. Okay, now I did what Sly said, so I won't get in trouble. Sammy is here. Sam, good to see you. New haircut. Looks good. Yes, yes. It's a new haircut. It doesn't stay down that well in the back. I'm a little perturbed. I'm going to have to buy a bottle of paste, or I'll just use Elmer's glue. So, oh, there's the birthday boy. Let me make sure I turned off the microphone. There is the birthday boy. The birthday boy. I sang happy birthday for you as a few days ago. You know what, Louis? Get Aiden ready, and I'll sing the happy birthday song to Aiden. He won't really understand, will he, that it's his birthday but another time of the year? Well, just let him know I'm singing him a song. That would be cool. So Ashley says, Savage Shutter. She likes the Savage Shutter. Lazuka is saying, hi, Randy. Hi, Sam. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Evelyn. Hi, Randy. Hi, Mookie. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Woody and Peter and friends. How goody and Peter and friends. And Ashley is saying, pixel perfect, can't keep down, I'm riding on a pony. I don't think the link is in the description tonight. Oh, how could I possibly do that? Well, let's see, copy that link. It says copy link. Okay, now, how do I get it into the description? Okay, let's go. I think I know how to do that. I think, methinks I knows how to do it. Maybe I spoke too soon. Okay, let's go back and let's break into here. And nope, my description is not there either. It's got to be somewhere. Golly gee whiz. Well, you know what I can do? I could just put it right in the comments. Let's go paste. And I have to turn this keyboard on because I don't think I can trigger it here. But I should know how to put it in my profile. It shouldn't be that hard to get to the profile. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Let's see. Okay. All right, I put it there. But there's got to be a way. There has just got to be a way. I will find it. Give me a second. So in case you're wondering, what the heck is Peter doing? Okay. I am trying to get to my profile because I want to actually... Not doing a very good job at this, guys. Okay, let's go to the studio. And while I'm in the studio, I'll go to content. And while I'm in content, oh, I saw Carlos from last week. If anybody wants to join me, ring-a-ling-a-ling, get your butt in here. Okay, so now I'll go in here and I will put, I'll put the link here. Okay, so let's see. What is it? Command V. Command V. Okay, now if I push save, hey, I did it. Aren't you guys proud of me? I didn't think I was going to do it, honestly. So I'll type in there tonight's link. Tonight's Linky Dinky. Okay, so tonight's link. Where the heck did I type that? Oh, there it is. Okay. And then click save, and you guys should be able to look in the description. So whoever's out there wants to come along for the ride, you are welcome. Come along for the ride, you are welcome with me tonight. Did I turn off the reverb? Yes, I did. Okay, so tonight, one of the changes that I've got going on in here, besides the fact that we are on the Lumix S5 Mark II, is I have reconnected up the Yamaha mixer so that I can turn, when I sing you a song, I can sing it out loud. I can turn the reverb on and off as I will. I couldn't do that last week. I couldn't do that the week before. But tonight, I've got the button up tight. I'm reverbing and making like I'm in a hall. And now the reverb is gone, and we can get back to the show. Okay, so go to the control room and edit. That's what I wound up doing. No, I wound up going to the link for in the studio and put it in. So you should see it there now. Somebody confirm, please. It should say tonight's link, and it should be an Ecamm link. And that should be there because I just want to have people. We love people. I feel so happy that I've got my reverb. I sound better when I'm in the hallway or bathroom singing a song to you. All right, don't get carried away with the singing, Peter. But I like it. Okay. So Randy said, Lewis, yummy, yummy, yummy. I got... I need to put the button over here. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got love in my tummy. Sammy knows all these old songs. So Sammy's saying, hi, everybody. I said hi to you already, Sam, when you were up there before. Yeah, I said hi to you. Enjoy your dinner, Louis Lazuka. Yeah, I should say that too. Thank you, Mookie. That wasn't very nice of me. I was rude. I was R-U-D-D. Rude. Oh, that's Rud. Rude. R-U-D-Y. Oh, that's Ruddy. R-U-D-E. Okay. There's a joke like that, but I don't remember for it. For the link in both places. What would be the two places? Oh, I have it in both places, right? I got it in the where you come on. I'm going to come in and say hi to me, Randy. Come on. Come on. Comb your hair. Turn the camera on. Randy, Carlos, Hal, Jim, Sly. Who else comes in here? Mookie, you up to give it a try? Or are you scared? Are you scared, Mookie? Norm. I know Norm can't. But he could write me an article. Oh, Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie. I know he can. So come on in and say hi. That's the direction that I've been doing the show lately, is that we get more people here in rather than just the Peter. Because when it's just the Peter, then it's a little bit more boring. So if I was going to go to the store today and buy a camera, a few days ago, it would have been Eleanor. It would have been the ZV-E1. It had dynamic active image stabilization. Yeah, that's one of the most important things, because every time I do any kind of a content video, and if I'm walking around, I will run it through GyroFlow, which works great. They aren't sleeping either, by the way. They have updated their software, so you don't even have to pick out the profiles anymore. It will find the right profile. Now, if you're on a third-party lens, I don't know. I'll have to test that. That's a good question, whoever asked that question. I heard you right in the recesses of my mind. Does my mind have any recesses? Not a whole lot of room in there. Okay, so that's the camera that I would buy would be the white one, the elevator, the Eleanor. And I happen to like the white. It even does better in the Miami Heat. We do have Miami Heat, in case you didn't know it. But that changed when Sony came out with a miraculous firmware update, because they don't do very many firmware updates, okay? They just let you go on forever and ever and ever and ever, and you never get a firmware update. So, oh, there, I found Randy. There you go. Hi, Randy. How's it going?
Hi.
What's wrong with your
Hi.
voice?
I
You
forgot
need
the mic.
some frappe mocha over there, buddy.
No, coffee.
Oh, you got
Mr. Camera
coffee?
Junkie's cup. Upgrade
Oh,
your skills.
cool. There you go. So, I was just talking about Sly complained that my face was too close with the 11. So, I might find somebody where I could borrow a 10 to 20 so
Well,
I can do a
okay,
comparison.
I keep telling you to use the tripod. You don't like using it. You want to hold
It's
it with the
never
handle.
handy. When I just grab it and run, the tripod thing is not handy. I'll have to stick it somewhere I can pull it out of a hole somewhere. And no, not there. So anyway, so
And I look narrow for some reason. Why is that? Is
you've
that Ecamm?
you've you've been doing that all along, and I don't know why. Okay, so my first guess is that there's an anamorphic setting because it sucks you in. Okay. The other guess is you've got something going on in Ecamm that might be doing that, and I don't think you can make it narrower in Ecamm. Let me think.
So yeah,
So
I got it on 16 by 9. All right.
switch it to 3.2. Where do you have that
3.2
on 16 by 9? Ecamm or on the
on
camera?
Ecamm. Okay. If I go
Okay,
into the camera, let me go to that real quick.
but I think the camera is 16 by 9, so I don't think that's the right answer, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you recognized it this time because I told you a couple of times and then I figured,
Oh,
well, leave him alone. He wants it that way. So actually,
yeah.
that's a good idea. Let me see what I got this guy set to.
So I got it at ProRes. Okay.
Well, that doesn't
Uh,
help you with the live broadcast. It's not pro-resing
yeah.
you out the door, you
So
know.
it has to be Ecamm. Now, I've been having some problems with Ecamm. They're fixing it slowly. Okay. They fixed the, everything looks good over here. So I had a problem with on slideshow also.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll have to do a little digging and find out what the heck is going on there. Something is
Uh,
going on.
I do belong to the Ecamm Facebook group, and they're having a lot of problems with the Zoom right now, and I think also for the screen. So
So let's see. If I
when
go
I'm
in
seeing,
here, I'm zoomed in on this camera. If I turn the zoom off, it's a lot wider. So see, that's without the
yeah, but
zoom.
see, that's you. Okay.
Yeah, but
So
it's
if I
not.
do
It's not.
set,
I'd like to be thinner like you.
yeah.
I want to be
So you
thin like
see,
Randy.
so let's see, I could do this. And I think also for the screen. So,
And there is
there you go,
Sly.
Spy.
She has joined us too. Cool beans. There we go.
So, and this is 24 millimeters. So what's happening is I'm being cropped in.
All right. So I'd like to figure out how I can actually do that to myself on Ecamm. And I don't think there's a way for me. Let me look in the settings down.
Uh, yeah,
And
there is a way. Okay. If you
there
go into
is.
the preferences, if you go into preferences on the stream, take off high quality video mode and see. No, that didn't do anything.
No, it didn't. I can
No.
rotate on the bottom of Ecamm. I can rotate. I
What
can
version are you using on Ecamm? Is it
whatever.
4.4?
I just had a download the other day. They had the download. I don't know how to tell you. Oh yeah, I do. I can go up in the Ecamm about Ecamm and let's see what version that I'm running. 4.4 B1. But you've
So
been that
I
way
think,
for like 2 weeks on my show.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know what it, yeah, I'm on 4.44.
And what am I on? I can't be
4.44.
behind.
Yeah, you are.
They just had me update. No, 4.4 B1. 4.4
Right.
B1.
I'm on 4.4.4.
Okay, so you're not on the beta, you're on the regular release.
Right, right.
Okay, so I run the beta and they update it like once a week, once every week and a half.
Okay.
Okay. So this has got the newest and the bluest. And you also look a little blue too. But I'm assuming that's because you're in front of a monitor.
It might be the Kelvin. Okay, and when the screen changes, you'll
Yeah.
see different colors.
Yeah,
So
I've seen that with myself, but my screen is
I do have the ProRes on to have more natural look. I can turn off the ProRes and go to
I don't think
10-bit H.265.
I don't think that'll make a hill of beans. But you never know what
Okay.
if it works, it works. Sly, I'm not ignoring you. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Why can't I see the comments?
Look to the right of your window, upper right.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's something there that turns it on and off. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's nothing there. Somebody say something. Type something.
There's a lot of comments in here. Good
They're
day,
not coming up
Lewis.
on
Jeff
my-
is saying good day, Lewis.
No,
well-
it would have to be after I came on.
Oh, really? I
Yeah, it
didn't
wouldn't
know that.
show me the ones before that. So
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take care of that. I'll say hello, Sly.
say something.
Hello, Sly. I sang happy birthday to Lewis. So did you hear that?
I did. See,
can-
okay, there you go. Okay.
Okay, now I'm doing like Evelyn, all caps.
Yes, I see.
Oh, my kazoo was sitting on it. It pushed it down.
You were sitting on your kazoo?
The kazoo was sitting on the keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Now I got it in.
So,
Okay.
so Tuesday night, Randy, you're doing something that took the blue away. What did you do?
He's
Okay,
changed-
I just changed the white balance.
Yeah, that
Well,
looks pretty natural, but it still looks compressed.
It's blue
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
But you did something just then, and it came on and it had flesh tones, and then it went back to the
Right.
blue.
But it's better
Yeah.
now than what he had before.
Yeah, I changed it from Kelvin to incandescent. Okay.
Okay, what camera is running at this point?
The Z6 III,
The Z
24 millimeter f1.8.
I don't think the
Okay,
Z6 III has anamorphic mode in that camera.
No.
So
I had
it-
ProRes.
No,
It's,
ProRes is a container. It's like H.265, H.264. That it doesn't do the squishy.
But I can look at a different menu, but I don't have anamorphic on. All I changed was from ProRes to H.265.
Okay, so let me go.
The 10-bit.
Peter, he's just skinnier than we are.
Yeah, I know. Well, wait. I'm not saying that for you. I'm saying that for me. Okay.
Well, see, you and I look about the same, and then
Does-
Randy comes in all skinny because he is.
Yeah, I know. So does the Nikon Z6 123 have anamorphic mode? Because I don't know if that camera has that feature or not.
Nope. Okay.
Hi, Mookie. Hi, Lewis. They said hi to me, so I got to say hi back.
I don't think it has it, Randy.
No, it doesn't.
So that means there's something in Ecamm. Now let me look in my Ecamm.
Yeah, so a lot of people were having problems with Ecamm, and it was like the Zoom and the sharing. You know, when people come in and they talk,
Mhm.
so some were having microphone problems, some were having focusing problems. I think so. I don't have. I'm looking at the thing.
Look in the stream. It says stream size, with mine is 4K.
Mine too.
And then stream shape, it says wide 16:9, which is what you're at.
Yep.
So we'll have to get
Yes.
to the bottom of that. That will be one to decipher.
You got Sammy's
And
attention.
you-
I got Sammy. What?
So,
You got Sammy's attention.
Oh, did I hear anamorphic? No,
Yeah.
Sammy. Nobody.
Actually,
I didn't say. Nobody said anamorphic here. By the way, I have good news for you all. Sammy finished his college year for this year, and
good.
next year what year are you going into? junior or senior next year, Sammy. So he's out of the dorm too. So he's back at the house. So that is
So
congratulations, Sammy, for another year at college.
next year will be his. This was his first year, right?
No, second. So it'll
Oh,
be the
second year.
junior
Okay.
year. I answered my own question. There we go.
I thought it
Okay.
was a 2-year program. Is it
Mookie
more than
says
2
he
years?
thinks it's an Ecamm setting.
It is.
Yeah, we haven't found it yet. That's the one thing I can tell you.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking. I'm looking at the interview also. No, that's not it. So let me look at the video. Camera.
Another area you can look, Randy. Well, here's another test. You got another camera you can switch to? Then we'll know if it's the camera or
No.
Ecamm. Oh, we don't have another camera available?
Right. Yeah.
You with 3,000
So
cameras, huh?
I was on the other system on Slice, and the same thing happened.
But were you on this camera?
No, I was on a different system, different cameras, and the same thing happened.
Okay, so then it has to be Ecamm, not...
Right. So I don't know.
So it's probably that 4.4.4.
Yes. Wait till they get to 4.4.5.4.
All right. Now, you know what I did?
What did you
I
do?
went from
Oh, look, what did you do?
60 FPS to 30 FPS.
Oh.
Oh, so it's 60. Go back to 60. Go back to
Okay.
60.
What's this?
Drum roll, please.
Come on. It's not doing it. Okay.
Well, that's
So-
fine.
so-
You fixed it. Whatever
Yeah.
you did, you're the brilliant brainchild here. So that is wonderful.
So the funny thing is when you update certain programs, you get some problems where, like, for an example, remember we're talking about where I try to give a like and it wouldn't take, and we were talking about, well, maybe they kind of
Sammy.
banned you and stuff. All right. What it was if you just hit the recycle, the little circle on top,
Mhm.
and redo
Yes.
the page, everything is corrected. So what I've noticed is if you skip through a video, but you don't go to the end, you see something better you want to view. So you click on that. There's a little hesitation. And then you try to give a like on the new video. Nothing. If you hit that rewind, everything works. So that's another thing I found out. So
Peter, are
I've
you
been
moving
updating
me?
Windows.
I
I've been
made everybody
updating-
kind of the same head height.
Yeah.
Sit still, will ya? Keep moving you as...
No,
But that looks much
Well-
more normal, Randy. You look completely
yeah.
normal now.
So this is ProRes. It's still 10-bit.
Mhm.
Ecamm or the Elgato Camly can't do the 6K. All right. So if I go any higher, it's 6K.
I forgot that's another player in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So Elgato only go to 4K 30, but I put Ecamm at 4K 60 because if there's any juddering and stuff, that takes it away.
Yes. Same here.
Right. It smooths it out.
Yes.
So apparently, when I did that setting, now if I go on slideshow, I'll have to remember if I look narrow, I just put it on 4K 30 and then put it back at 4K 60. Everything. So I shouldn't be stuttering that much. Now, I've
No, I
also
see
noticed
none.
that-
I don't see any here. You might see it on your computer
Right.
because of the internal workings, but I think we all look very smooth. Look how smooth Sly looks. She's got her pretty
Yeah, but I'm talking about the
lipstick
movement.
on, and she's got all the nice on the face, and her hair is combed, and she's got some kind of a 97, whatever. Better not say any numbers. We got a lot of crap going on in the news with numbers these days. Let's see. So that looks good. Everybody looks good. I kind of look. How does this look to you, Randy, with the S5 Mark II?
It looks excellent. And I like your haircut.
I
It's finally
lowered.
looking better. Yeah, you cut it last time and it looks better now. You washed it, that's why.
I
You
washed
cut
it
it, that's the
tonight. I
wash.
washed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Oh, that's
God,
funny.
you're a rough crowd.
That's funny.
So Peter likes walking without the tripod, okay? And he has small arms. That's why he looks so
Wait,
close.
before you crucify me for that, okay? The tripod is on the other side of the house, okay? And I
I got
use
more than one tripod,
I know,
and
but
I
I'm a
usually have a
one
tripod for
tripod.
each camera
I'm a
You
one
are
tri.
not.
and a dummy battery.
I'm a one tripod male. All I got is one.
I think you have like 16 tripods.
He's not talking
Yeah.
about a tripod, okay? He's not talking about the big tripods that you stand
Look,
up
Look,
like
just
that.
get you a stick.
No,
That's what
he's
I do.
talking
Yeah.
about he's talking about
And-
this. This is what he's
The
talking about.
ZDO. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, just get one of these, stick it in your back pocket. You
Well,
can
let's see if
angle
it does the
camera.
trick or not. I don't know if it's going to do the trick, you know.
Well,
so,
this will get it, like, you can get this as far as you want away from you.
well, what is this?
And you
What are you referring to?
It-
Hi,
it's a
Carlos.
it's
I'm
a-
not ignoring you. Hi, buddy.
it's a selfie stick.
Oh, it's a selfie stick. Okay.
Yeah. So you can go as far as you want.
No, I want to use Randy's. I want to use Randy's lens. What the heck?
And you
This-
know,
if you
he
got
did
it,
look at
like,
he did
even
look
a
at the 10
foot.
to 20 before, and I went back home because he rather had the 11 millimeter, okay? Because it was an f1.8. He thought the f1.8 was a lot better than the 10 to 20.
That
But
Peter
then
is
I
a
did some
pain
videos.
in the ass. That's all I could say. Peter is a pain in the butt. I don't know
Well,
why
so
you
I
guys
did
hang
some
out with him.
videos.
That's true. That's true.
I
This
did
is
some
gonna get
videos with
you-
car vlogging at f4 at nighttime, and it worked great. It reduced the flaring. The pictures look great. And I put it at 20 millimeters because
Yeah, but
10 was too wide. Yeah.
But Randy, your dash is farther away than Peter's arm.
Yeah, my arm. I don't have a ruler to tell you, but I
It's
don't
short.
think it's that. All right, Sly. Very funny.
So if you had something like this, you can extend it out a foot.
Oh, I heard you could buy
You
those
get it
things
a-
that will extend it out, but I didn't know it was a whole foot. Okay.
Well, this thing goes like 5.5 feet, but you don't have to use all of it.
Good old Carlos. I can count on him. If I ever do stand-up comedy, I want Carlos in the audience.
Yeah.
Carlos, you look
Try-
tired. What's going on?
Let me think.
Did you have that couple that's arguing in again just now and they just left? Are you all burnt out?
I'm a little better today, but still, you know, it's like a lot of
well,
couples are
Well, it's
struggling.
Friday.
A lot
It's weekend time. Yeah.
That's
not
right.
for not for Carlos. He doesn't do weekends.
I know.
you-
I got tomorrow. I got to work tomorrow. Randy, you're, good picture, man. I'm glad you got that fixed because I was like,
Yeah, he looks
You know.
great. Now he
Yeah.
really looks terrific.
yep. Exactly.
Before he wasn't doing himself justice. You know.
That's right. That's right. You know,
So, you know, you just have to learn the different settings. And I'm thinking, well, we tried everything. What about the speed? And
yep.
you
You
just
gotta
go
through
down.
everything. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I
Hey,
learned
wanna
the hard
ask you
way.
guys-
Make sure it's plugged into the wall. You know.
I have a question, and maybe, you know, Peter, Randy, maybe extenders, teleconverters. Is
Okay.
that worth it at all to get something like that for an RF lens, for, you know, a telephoto? You know, do you think an extender? Have you used them? I guess I'm wondering if you guys ever used them.
So the 1.4 is always better than the 2. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, it depends on the lens that you have. Now, do you have EF lenses or RF?
I have some RF lenses as well, and EF lenses.
Okay. Make sure that they can take the teleconverter because some lenses can't.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
But the 1.4 does make a difference. And what I've also learned is if you have like a crop sensor camera and a full frame camera, on the full frame, if you have the megapixels, you can crop in, okay?
Yeah.
But if you have only like a 24 megapixel camera and you have a crop sensor camera, use the crop sensor camera and you'll get that further reach also.
Exactly.
With the teleconverter.
Right.
And you don't lose the megapixels, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, but with the old cameras that we own, 16 megapixels, 12 megapixels, they're still good. It just depends on the lighting and.
Right.
I don't think anybody here except Sly has old cameras.
Nobody here is as old as Sly except you.
I'm older.
Yeah, Randy. You can't expect these young kids to have stuff as old as we have.
But wait, to correct myself, I think Carlos has the same camera that you have, Sly.
Well,
I think one of his cameras is the M6 II.
He has
I still have this guy. Yeah, the M6 Mark II. I still have some of these, which are really good for, I mean, setting these up, for video, I think for me is what I still use them for. And, like street photography. I use this a lot for street photography.
Absolutely.
Really nice, right?
Is that really a Viltrox lens on there?
Yeah, what lens you got stuck on there?
Yeah, that's my I think that's my 33 1.4 Viltrox.
Excellent lens.
Yeah, love it. Just love it. Love it. Love it. Great lens.
And the kit lens are great. Is it stabilized, by the way? The lens, is yours stabilized?
The Viltrox?
I'm not sure, Randy, because I don't shoot video on this thing. So
okay.
I don't shoot video on this. I only shoot stills. Okay. I don't think so. No.
So you just had the shutter speed high and then.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I used the D500 today, and I forgot I had the kit lens 18 to 55 f3.5 to 5.6, and I had the best pictures ever.
That's the same camera that Woody uses, right?
Yeah.
That's a very, very nice, solid camera. He was here earlier. I think he went to bed.
Okay. Because we both had the 500 PF, and I love that lens with the D500. And I forgot that it could do video. And I did video today. The only problem was the autofocus wasn't working that good, but I did do 4K 30. But on the photo side, sharp, it's up, it's stabilized, the lens is stabilized, and I got the best pictures out of the whole day.
Wow.
And it doesn't do macro, but on the macros, I was having a hard time with the high contrast, the yellows, the whites, the blues. The blues look white. So it wasn't color accurate. I put that kit lens on, it was color accurate, and it was stabilized, and not one picture was out of focus.
Compared to what? Compared to which other lens?
I had the 35 millimeter crop sensor lens, 1.8, and it was having a hard time inside.
What brand?
But it was in program, Nikon.
It was
Nikon.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So Nikon, the DX 35 millimeter, I had it in program mode inside, and I says I should have an aperture mode, but once I put it in program or aperture mode with the kit lens, it worked flawlessly inside or out. So anyway, I got those, and I started off where this week I started the series where should I get 135 millimeter? I got the Plena. I got one for the Nikon F mount. Do I need it for the Canon or the Sony or whatever? And I says, well, I got the 100 to 400s. Why do I need it? And then I went to compare it with the 100 millimeter, which I have for the macros on all systems, except for the Sony. But then I had it for the Panasonic, and the Panasonic had the smallest lens. So I says, well, that's good enough. And then I went to the 85 millimeter, and then I started thinking about the macro. So I started with the D610, with comparing with the 135 to 100. Then I started thinking of the macro, so the 105 macro to the 16 millimeter macro. I had another one that was a manual focus lens, so it was macro. And then I went to the kit lens, and it's funny how I get ideas. And
There's
then
some
just like Peter Gregg, live from Miami in the Christmas room, he gets up subject, gets on a tangent, and then he forgets what he's talking about. And
What was I
that's the
talking
same thing
about?
with me. Yeah, I know. So I started with comparing. I ended up with macro, and then I ended up with kit lens. And it's just amazing.
Well,
That's pretty
in
cool.
in
Wow.
the
Yeah.
who has a child? None of you have children. I don't even have children.
Carlos.
You have a child?
Carlos.
Nope.
No, he has no children.
He has a dog.
But the dog doesn't speak English.
Well, I don't have one tonight.
Okay,
Was
so
it a cat?
oh,
Is
maybe it was Carlos's wife was saying something.
Oh, did you hear her? Did you hear my dog? Is that what you're saying?
We heard something, but it
Yeah.
sounded like
Yeah.
a young
A
person's
child?
voice.
No,
Yes.
it was my dog. That was my dog.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. You know what dog talks a lot is the huskies. I watch videos and the husky will just argue with the owner, and they make videos out of it.
You know what's really crazy is for the last week or so, I've just begun to feed these two peacocks that are coming over into our yard, and because we have bird food, so we're always feeding the birds. So, but they came over and they're beautiful. They're stunning. They're beautiful, right? So
We've got what I call Randy's birds. So what are you feeding them so I can know what to feed
I
them?
I fed them I looked it up and it's like I can feed them the regular bird food that I've been feeding,
Okay.
other birds, and they love it, and they just hang out. But you know what they started to do now? They're waking me up at like 5:30 in the morning with that loud honking noise.
Is
they
that
make.
them?
Yep.
I have to keep my bedroom window open just a little bit because of technical difficulties and keep the fan on. And I'm hearing this bird go, quaw, quaw,
Yeah.
quaw. And it does it 4 times and stops.
It's
Then
so-
it'll
the-
come
the
back and do
peacocks-
it again.
They sound just like the old horns.
Yeah,
those
actually,
old-
that's
old-
true.
That's what they
Yeah.
sound like. So they won't let you go to sleep. So now they're just waking me up. They're just waking me up.
So we have double pane hurricane windows. If I just close the window, it would solve it. But then the room would stink, and I'm not going to live and sleep in a stinky room. But back to camera stuff, Randy, I not only want to say this for you, but I think I'd like to get it out on paper. There are certain lenses in the Canon line that are known as stars. I mean, they are head and shoulders above all the others. So the 50 millimeter 1.2, the 85 millimeter 1.2, and this
I
doesn't
got
have
that
to
one.
be RF, it can be EF also. Okay.
Right.
The 100 millimeter 2.0, where the 2.8 is the popular one because it does macro. But the 2.0 is so good, it's almost at the level of an L lens. And then this is the one that you were talking about. There's one lens that some photographers will kill for, and that is the 135 millimeter f2.0 L
Yeah.
lens. It doesn't
right.
matter if you put it on a mirrorless with an adapter or on the new one. The 135 f2, it's got like a creaminess to it. It's got like a Leica look to it. And then another one that's right above that is the 180 millimeter macro. Those are stars. And then they've got the regular ones that are excellent, like the 70 to 200s. And what do you have, 100 to 400? Those are excellent too. But
Yeah.
the ones that I just mentioned, people were actually wearing them like a badge of honor. I shoot all my portraits with the 135 f2 L lens, and there's just no lens better. Well, like Lewis would say, it's your skills, but whatever. we'll humor them. But the lens is a good lens. I had it for a couple of weeks.
So they did a comparison with the EF, which you were talking about, the 100 millimeter f2, which I got. I got the one. Let's see, I don't have it for Canon on the 135. Okay, I got it for the Nikon, but that's the Z mount. All right, but on the EF, I got the 75 to 300. Which we talked to Jim, a magic moment.
Jeff.
Yeah,
Jeff.
or Jeff from
Jeff. Okay, got it. All right.
Right. And then I did the 100 millimeter. The kit lens, what was it? What was it? 18 to 50. So I thought that was better, but he likes the 16 to 28. So I was thinking of small lenses for him because he has a bad back and he can't walk that good. And I was thinking, if he had this kit lens like I have on the Nikon, it's small enough. So 18 to 55, that's all you need. And then you just, it's even good at the 35 millimeter, which he also is going to bring with him. But then the 75 to 300, then remember I went down the rabbit hole with all-in-one lenses. So like the 24 to 240 or the 24 to 200, they're good lenses too. So you just take one lens with you and you got it. You can go inside, outside. If you need some light, you just take a flash with you. But people give me ideas, and I says, well, that I never thought of that. So, you can have primes. I like zooms because depending on the moment, you just zoom in right. If it's too far away, you can zoom in. If it's too close, you zoom out, and everything works good.
I think I've had this for 40 years, and I never knew that underneath this little tab, there's a tripod mount. This is an Olympus flash unit.
Wow.
You can actually mount it off camera on a tripod. That is just so amazing.
Cool. That is so cool.
Wow. Live and learn. I didn't sell. Somebody bought a better bounce card this week. They bought a set of 4, which is nice. It puts it
okay.
And they paid PayPal, which is great because that can go over into my bank account. But I was talking to Sly earlier this week. I never was the one to like shorts, but I think I'm going to start making shorts for the better bounce card. Just let the darn thing be a commercial. Who the hell cares?
Hey, you have 3 minutes. You've got 3 minutes now.
Right.
So,
and I could do it. I could do it square so it doesn't look so blue,
Yep.
And if I could sell 4 or 5 of those a month, that'll ease the financial pressure because the Social Security is so tight, that I wind up with $20 at the end of my month, and I'm eating eggs in the last week because the food runs out. Plus, I have a guest, so I feed them very well, 3, 4, 5. Who's grunting? I hear somebody grunting. It couldn't be Sly, so no, Sly wasn't grunting.
But I agree with Carlos.
Oh, you gave it away, darn! You gave it away. I would have gotten to Carlos eventually,
If I could grunt that well, I would have done it too.
I think it was something like.
It was
something
more
like
of a
that.
growl.
A growl. Yes. A growl grunt.
I don't growl well. It doesn't sound scary at all.
Yeah. I'm coming to think of it. Well, me and Randy have a more open heart. We're helping someone. Right, Randy, or did you turn on me too?
Right. No. So the thing is,
what do they say? Charity begins at home.
Yeah, I'm yeah.
So you use Shorts, you put links to it,
Yeah.
like say one of your videos, which has a little bit longer for the any
Camera
products you
stuff.
want to sell.
Right.
Okay, or
And because
even,
of Sly, and you don't do it right now, but after you get off, go to petergregg.com. That is my website. And at the bottom, I have a note that says everything below this notation is the new website that I'm working on. So I have a page, and rather than working offline, I'm working at the bottom of my page. So what I'm doing is just like we got 4 squares now, okay?
Right.
I wanted every square to be something that takes you somewhere. So when I have a T-shirt idea, what was that T-shirt idea? Sly likes it too.
up in the air.
Even this
No.
matters.
Even this matters.
Even this
Oh, okay.
matters. And then what's the other one I like, Sly? The one my goal is the sky, not the grave.
Oh, okay.
I can have a box for that, and it'll take me to what's the name of the company? 4/3 or something like that.
Fourth wall.
Fourth Wall. Okay. So I actually have 3 up there now. One is the Better Bounce card, and 2 are T-shirts. So if I design a T-shirt tonight, like Carlos was so nice to me tonight, I make a T-shirt, and then you can go and buy that T-shirt that says Carlos was so nice to me tonight, and I could just what I do is take a picture of the T-shirt on their website, and I make that the image. And then I use the URL to the Fourth Wall of where they can buy that T-shirt. So I can make endless T-shirts and just say, go to my website.
Right.
And I know Sly is she's admiring Carlos's website so much. It's like, how did Carlos do that? Did he, it looks so good. And I'm going, yeah, Carlos did a really good website, So,
that's what's next. You got us all on YouTube, and now you're going to get us all a website.
There you go.
there we
We're
go.
going to
Well,
end up with a website.
I cannot believe how much I don't remember on how to build a ding dong website. It's like, oh, where was that? How do I add an image to this page? So.
Well, that's why I've got young people doing mine, but they're very, very slow.
Yeah.
No, they're not slow. They just have you at the bottom of the priority list.
Well, they do. They have families and babies, and it's the boys. So it's not like it's not someone I know.
Right.
I
And I'm
don't
not
know if I
paying.
could teach you how to do that. It's like I'm semi confused when I do it.
No, they're computer geeks. So
That's
that's what they do.
And there's so much. I mean, there really is. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? When you really get into it, there's. Hey Shane, there
Hey,
is
Shane.
to optimize it, to really, really dial it in.
That's why I said,
it-
look at the bottom of my webpage because comments will be welcome it's a work in progress. It's not,
right.
one and done.
It's I mean, 20 years ago, or even maybe 15 years ago, you had to pay a lot of money for SEO for your website. Now, it's SEO is the functions are built into most of these website building platforms, and
Really?
you go in and you do the SEO. You just have to know where to find it, but they have it there, to optimize it, and I think I think it's amazing how easy it is today. These platforms again that allow you to build these websites. It's ridiculous. I mean, you guys remember what that was like 15, 20 years ago. It was crazy. It was insane.
Okay, Carlos, SEO to me means Southern California. So what is SEO?
Sauerkraut.
That's it. So it's search engine optimization, right? So when you and you can check your website too against Google.
Well, just tell her what it does first, so she knows.
But really, it optimizes your website for Google search. That's the key.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
The big thing about having a website is to put in winter chicken dinner and come up with the chicken house.
Right.
or come up
I
with
mean,
you.
there are keywords
Okay.
that have to go on certain places. Your pages need to be titled with search words. You've got to have hidden stuff in there. Everything really has to be dialed in order for your website to be effective. But
Thank you, Mookie.
if you just want it to be a landing page or something like that, that's different. But you know what, you guys, what I think is super beneficial about the website is that when your listeners,
That's
you
my
can tell them,
SEO. I mean,
you can tell them on your video, go
exactly.
to my channel right now.
That's my SEO right
and
there.
download that thing, and they will do it. They will go there if they
Yeah.
subscribe to you. They'll go there if it's a value, if it's something of value that you're offering.
Right.
It's really cool. It's really cool. Peter, your video that you just dropped has like almost 600 views.
Yeah, that did better than normal, which is a little surprising.
Yeah.
So came out of nowhere. Randy was kicking me in the butt a few times. Just put a shirt on and go out and do the same thing, because I did one for him. Okay, because I got all excited that this camera got updated, and all of a sudden, the camera became my go-to camera. So this is in here, and this is in the kitchen, okay? And that's why Randy is yelling at me, put the damn thing on the bottom, okay? So, I'm grabbing this camera, and so I did. I put a shirt on, and I went and walked around, and I figured, we're not shooting for, an Oscar here. Put it up. I could hear you all chiming in at the same time, and I would be joining with you. Just get a damn video up, a ding-dong video up, So I did.
Yep.
Might not do another one till July 4th, but I did. But it did feel good to make it, honestly. Oh, Randy, I learned something. Okay, I did the video and I looked terrible. I looked ugly, as I do. Okay.
What?
And I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. Do you know that if you don't have this camera in human mode, okay, now I know you guys don't use this feature, but I do. If you don't have it in human mode, the skin softening doesn't turn on. Okay, so I use skin softening on low, and that makes Peter happy because it does away with these age spots that really annoy me. Okay, so and it's like all the age spots were there, and I'm going like, they took it away. I can't wait to tell Randy they took out the skin smoother on the new update. And I looked it up. Nobody says a word about it. I looked it up on Google. I looked it up in the manual, online, figuring they updated the manual. And then I don't remember what I did. I think I read the thing on the bottom of the screen that said, this will not work in the auto mode, the animal mode, blah, blah, blah. So that means it has to be in human mode. I put it in human mode. Sure enough, my skin smoothing came back. I look gorgeous again. It was a win for me. It was a win. I liked it.
That's good, Peter. You look gorgeous again. That's awesome, man.
Very funny.
So Mr. Beowulf is making a comment you should read.
Let's
Hi,
put it
Mr.
up.
Beowulf. Don't know who you are, but hello.
We can all put it, so we can all read it.
I mean, that was
Randy.
Peter's. That's what Peter's video was about. It's exactly what he's saying.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Beowulf. I haven't seen you in here before. Are you new to commenting? If you are, welcome.
Yes.
I love everybody. That means you also. So thank you for coming in.
Don't scare him away, Peter.
Yeah, don't scare him away yet.
Well, no, Carlos is the one that growls. I just, So he says the A7c II is an incredible camera. Yay! I agree with you. With the new 2.0 firmware, the AI autofocus dynamic active stabilization makes it a true powerhouse. I pair it with the 2470. Don't go away. Was it something I said? Come back. Don't leave. I pair it with the 2470 GM2 and the 70-200 GM stabilized lens. And boy, you got some nice lenses there, buddy. You certainly do. You got a powerhouse of lenses.
Wow.
But I agree. Bayo. Hey, Mr. Bayo. Okay. Yes, I reached for this camera. I love the camera. And this was my go-to camera for grab and shoot, which is Eleanor ZV-E1. Okay. And it was the dynamic image stabilization that made the difference for me, and that it's in white. Okay, now that's not going to make me buy or not buy a camera, the color, okay, unless the color is chartreuse or something, you know. Now they added dynamic image stabilization, dynamic active image stabilization on this guy. We got 33 freaking megapixels. So even with this crop lens on here, the 11 millimeter lens, it takes it down to a 1.5. Powerhouse? You're not kidding. And Randy sent me, what's that lens, Randy? The
70 to 350.
The 70 to 350. If that guy isn't fun, okay.
Wow.
One of your birds came on the patio, Randy. What?
That's a crop sensor lens.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I also got you the a zoom lens also for full frame, didn't I?
20 to 70, f4.
Okay. All right.
No,
All right.
no, I
So
know
you
what
need
you're
it-
talking about. You're talking about the one that goes to 180.
Right. 70 to 180.
I think it's a
Yeah.
Tamron. Right.
Yeah.
So
So
I lost my train of thought. Carlos is trying to make me trip. So no, it was Randy that said he loses his train of thought and then doesn't know what the heck he's talking about.
Going down another
that
rabbit
happens
hole.
to me all the time.
Well, I went to the doctor and the doctor came in and said, "What's your name again?" I've been going to him since 1980 something, you know. So he doesn't bother checking anything. Didn't even look in my ears. Didn't look in my mouth. You know, I mean, he did check the heart. Listen, he said, the heart's working. Oh, I could have told you that. So anyway, so thank you, Mr. Beowulf. I agree with you.
I mean, that's exactly, like I said, it's exactly your video. That's exactly what you said.
Yeah, that summed the whole video up in just 2 sentences. People say I talk too much, you know, what can I tell you?
When was the last time, Peter, like you sat down and really kind of broke down a camera feature or a new camera?
Oh, cameras. Okay.
Yeah. And really nerded out on it. When was the last time you made a video like that?
I haven't done that in a while, but I'll tell you something that I do want to do. And you even said you were going to send me a picture, and I forgot, and you forgot. I bought Photo Mater. No, what's the name of the show of the Pixel Mater? Yeah, Photo Mater. Okay, Apple bought the company. It competes with Photoshop, but it's not a subscription. You know, and if you download the trial, instead of it being $129, it's $79. Okay. And I have been working with that, and you know what? I have a hard time finding anything missing. As a matter of fact, I find some things in there that actually make it easier than Photoshop, which says a lot because I can fly through Photoshop as fast as Superman. Okay. I mean, I've been using that program from before, you know, digital cameras, if it was around.
Yeah.
But Photomator, it's a good program. I'd like to take like one of the dancing girls that you did, or one of the pictures that Randy took at the river, and I'd like to process it live to see, so everybody can watch me process. What do you look for? What do you do?
Yeah, that would be good, Peter. That would be really cool.
Yeah. For the blemishes and stuff, I was looking into Aperty.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. Don't get me. I'm not. This is not a sales job, but it has to. It has to resonate with me. Okay, it needs to become a tool where I can accomplish what I want to accomplish in an end result, instead of me fighting. You know, like you ever drilled like a piece of metal or something? When it gets to the end, boom! It spins the drill around because it locks. I don't want to fight with the tool. And I'm doing very good with it. This is only the second week that I've had it. I was able to purchase it thanks to one of our guys here that gave me a what do you call it, gift certificate. So because my credit card is still closed, another 2 years on that, guys. You have to deal with me on that. What can I tell you? So so the other day, one of Randy's birds came for the first time ever on the patio where the pool is. Okay. And I went to grab this. I ran to go get this and get the new lens. It's like, I'm going to get a damn good shot now. You know, by the time I came back, it was gone. So that's why I was asking you, Carlos, what do you put down, you know, to get them to come? Because, dang, if I can get those peacocks on my patio, I'll have a wonderful time, you know.
You also get the squirrels too, because they love the birds.
Yeah, yeah. And and then the squirrels come by too, Randy. You're right. You're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I could take some pictures of squirrels,
the squirrels
too.
love. Yeah, the squirrels love the.
And
Yeah,
remember, what
yeah.
goes in comes out. So
Yeah,
you'll have to deal with that too.
What? Yeah, the squirrels love to eat the sunflower seeds in the.
I've washed the patio once a week along with the pool. It's just part of what you got to do. We got cats, we got the birds, and who knows whatever else we got.
Yes,
It's not the little lizards, but the big lizards. One of those iguanas.
Iguanas. Oh my gosh!
And they like to poop. You know.
Surprisingly, peacocks leave some pretty big turds. I had no idea.
Well, that's. I'll look forward to that. So if
It's like,
anybody's got
oh.
any pictures you want me to process, send it to me during the week. It's not going to be a show where it's like, send me your pictures and we'll talk about it. No, this is going to be where I'm going to process a picture, what I would do to bring it to make it a sellable picture, or to make it, instead of just a snapshot, to make it, I don't want to say a work of art, but to make it appealing. There's things that you could do to pictures that make it appealing. And as soon as you see me start, you're going to go, oh my God, I can't believe it. You could do that. It's so easy, you know. But unless you do it, the picture doesn't pop. It's a snapshot, you know. So that's what we want to evolve as photographers, to get out of snapshots and get into professional, I call it professional level pictures. We can come up with another word. We can call it pleasing, you know. Who does your pictures, Carlos? I know Randy does his own. And
yeah, I do my own. I do everything in Lightroom. Do everything in Lightroom.
Okay. Well, the same
cheated.
process will work in Lightroom, because I've done this in Lightroom all my life, or all my camera life, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah, I have such massive libraries in there. I mean, everything is in Lightroom. Everything is. Although I cheated on my last thumbnail, my video. I think I dropped yesterday. I believe a video I dropped yesterday. I found this really good, AI photo generator, and there's a couple of steps to use this particular generator called Flux, and I use that because the quality is just ridiculous, right? So I had ChatGPT create a really good prompt for me, a really good AI prompt to see what that was going to look like, and it was awesome. It was awesome. If you look that thumbnail, I didn't have any photo to go with the video. I really didn't have something to go with the video. Well, I needed something. The video was about a client that I had, and I couldn't use her. I'm not going to take her picture, you know, but it was a gal who was around 70 years old, and she had her husband had died, and then she really connected with painting. She started really doing that again, and the video was kind of like about her, but I needed to find somebody a good thumbnail, and so I decided to go in there and create one, and it looks amazing. It's ridiculous.
that's
I
terrific.
mean, it's unreal. I mean, the photo quality of these AI generated. I mean, ChatGPT doesn't do anything, in my opinion. They're photo generated that comes out of ChatGPT are terrible.
You do know you can lift a picture out of your video, right? That's obvious.
Sure. Yeah, but the video needed to be about an older female, a gray-haired older female creator.
Oh, she wasn't in the video. Okay.
No.
Oh, okay. Got it. I thought
So-
you needed. Okay. So many times I will, when you park the head, I know. I think actually all four of us use. No, not Randy. Final Cut. So when you park your head, and it's active in that area, do an Option F for Frank or for freeze frame.
Yeah.
It'll capture that freeze frame. Okay.
Right.
Then just right click on that freeze frame, do a Control X, so it's now in the memory of the computer, and then just delete it, and it won't interfere with your videos. Because if you come back and have to reprocess your video, all of a sudden you'll have a frozen frame there for a few seconds, and people won't know what the hell's happening.
Yeah.
So I do Option F in Final Cut Pro. It creates a little snapshot of wherever the head is. Okay. I click on that. I do a Control X to copy it and delete it. And then I just go somewhere else and make my thumbnail. But if you needed to create a brand new one, that's completely different. And I didn't know that that chat thing would do that. Doesn't X doing that now too? Something like that? X.
I mean, ChatGPT does produce photo, but it isn't like serious, photo quality. You've got to go to some other AI generated generators to really make it look awesome. Oh, look at that!
What's Randy doing?
He
What are you
put
doing,
up
Randy?
himself on the Easter bunny.
I just bought Photomator.
Oh my
Okay.
God! My name is not Tom Buck.
Yeah, I was.
Look at it. It's excellent.
It's more than excellent. Oh, so
Yeah.
you'll
Shane was saying that it's pretty awesome too.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Shane's always one step ahead of me. So
So I got
he's always
version
10 steps ahead of all of us.
3.1. Yeah.
and I just switched to it last week. So he's been there for a few years. And
Is it Pixelmator or Photomator?
Photomator.
No, Photomator, not Pixelmator.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can go with the App Store. It will automatically take you there, and you have to buy it. But I got the complete subscription, so just pay one time, and that's it. So
Bayo is saying, I nicknamed him already. He's only been here 10 minutes, and I've nicknamed him. How you doing, Bayo? Good to see your comments. I use both the A1 and A7C Mark II, but the C2 is now my main camera. Okay, this is a paraphrase. God, I don't read fast enough. It times out is what happens. It times out.
Keep going because Shane is saying something else too.
Yeah, the 33 megapixel is the perfect balance. It's better in low light than the A1, and the A1 is their top camera. Woo, that's interesting.
yeah, but that's a 50 megapixel camera too. So
Yeah, the A1 autofocus is insanely accurate, and custom LUTs are a huge plus. So, so Shane said, it's Photomator. Yeah, everybody's got Pixelmator, okay? And I have it too. But what Photomator does is very workflow-oriented like Lightroom. And here, this is going to sound silly, but you see where the white thing is on the bottom of where the comments are of the screen? Okay. Down there, the Photomator will give you a film strip, so you can go to any picture you want that's in your folder. Okay. Pixelmator will only do one at a time. You got to work on it, fine, not a problem. But then when you close it, you got to go bring the next one in. And if you're going to do 300, 500, 1,000 pictures, you need that photo strip across the bottom. If the Pixelmator had that photo strip feature, I wouldn't have bought Photomator because I'm used to Pixelmator. Okay. But now that I bought Photomator, I'm actually very pleased with it. It does a few things a little different. Pixelmator is more like Photoshop, Photomator is more like Lightroom, okay, or
Okay.
Lightroom.
Okay.
Starting to
Got it.
talk like
Yeah.
Sly. I say
Yeah, 'cause
TV,
I'm
and she
looking
goes
at it.
TV. You know. So
Different
Oh
parts of the
man, there's just so many cool things, right? It's like,
I know, and I'm 71 years old, and I'm going to
nope,
be out
not
of
gonna do
here,
it.
and I won't see all the cool stuff coming down. And then I say to myself, they probably got cooler stuff up in heaven, you know. So what am I griping about, you know?
That's right, Peter.
Sly, do
That's
you
right.
do anything with pictures at all, or is it strictly video and end of story?
Well, the iPhone has a picture thing, so I use the iPhone thing.
It's very high end, picture thing, high thing, photo thing.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
A lot of people, they take,
go in to edit it, yeah, and then you just kind of you can delete the like if there's something in the background. I took a picture of a school picture because somebody forgot to comb his hair,
Oh
and
no.
yeah, and so I was able to take off that part that was all sticky up.
Like mine
make
likes to do a lot, you
make
know.
it look better. No, he has so much more hair than anybody here,
Oh God.
and it just kind of did this thing with like
Yeah. We call
yeah,
it bedhead most of the time, you know. But
yeah. Well,
so
somebody forgot it was picture day, and so they didn't fix his hair before he went to school. So
I'm not picking on Sly. A lot of you guys are video only, and you don't do very much with pictures. And when you do, what has taken over your world? The phone. That is where you take your pictures. And they got their own world of fixing it up, taking a person out, fixing the hair that's sticking up, and that's all built into the phone. So there's really no or very little reason to get all this stuff. But my world has been weddings and portraits, and high school seniors was something I really enjoyed doing. You know, and you need Photoshop for that. You've got to fix it up
Mhm.
because the kids have
Right.
like lots of zits and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff, and you just got to do it, and you got to do it fast. Okay, so they would say it
Hmm.
takes so long to go through these. I don't think I spent more than 4 to 7 seconds on a picture. Okay, and it
Wow.
was looking ready to be presented to the client. Okay,
Hmm.
now if the client picked a specific picture, at that point I would blow it up and I would take obvious blemishes out. Because I did make the mistake in my early career. You can't take beauty marks out. It's like, where's the pimple there? It's been there all my life. It is gone. You know, it's the
Yep.
beauty marks
Yep.
have to stay. You know,
Right. Right.
even if it's a frog hanging out the side of their
Mhm.
face, the beauty marks have to stay. So that's the way it works. So, Carlos, you seem a little bored tonight. What's going on over there?
No, I'm
he
just
looks
listening,
tired.
man.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does look
Chilling. Yeah,
tired,
I
doesn't
kind
he?
of am. Kind of am, Randy. It's just I'm chilling, man. You know, I'm chilling out. It's
Yeah.
been a long week, and it's nice to just chill. I'll tell you one thing, which is really cool. Maybe you can help me decide a little bit of maybe what I should do here. But I've recently started going to the Santa Anita racetrack. We have a horse track here, and
Mm.
Sly, I'm wondering if you have horses there around you, near
Mm.
you, or
yeah,
I would imagine you probably have a lot. Well, I'm going to start. I didn't realize something. I've lived here my whole life, and I never realized that the racetrack has a restaurant called Clocker's Corner,
Okay.
and it's free
Our local
parking,
ones have too. They got
and it's free
restaurants
to
and
go,
yeah.
and they open up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, and they serve free coffee, but they have breakfast. And I had no idea because now I'm like,
Uh-oh.
and that's when all the photographers are going out there. They're going out there, early morning.
Oh, they
And so
are.
now I'm thinking, okay, I need to get a good telephoto lens. I need to get something because I want to start going out there and taking these and
I
shooting
got
these.
just the lens for you. Talk to
Okay,
Randy. He'll
what do I
tell
do?
you.
What do I do? What do I get?
He sent me a lens, and my God, it is amazing.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that's for Sony. So for Canon,
Yeah.
is yours crop censored?
No, it's full
your
frame.
camera?
No, he's got
Oh,
the
it is full
R1.
frame?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And the
you have
R8.
the R1?
Yeah, I have the R8.
Okay.
Oh,
All
you
right.
got the R8. I didn't
All
remember
right.
that.
So
Oops.
why not get the 24 to 240? The 24 to 240 is not like a heavy lens. It's all in one
Okay.
lens, but you can, even with the R1, I would put it on the R8. That's what I have mine. The 24 to 240 is on my R8. And
Okay.
I'll show it to you real quick.
All right. So while he's going, he'll correct it in a moment, but it's 240 is not strong enough while you're out at the horse place. The horses are really,
Well, that's what I
really
was
far.
asking about the teleconverter as well. I'll ask
Yeah.
Randy if he's using the teleconverter,
Yeah.
that extender.
Not for the Canon, okay?
No?
For the Nikon, yeah. But
Okay.
even for this lens, and I'll look, I don't think you can put a teleconverter on this. Oh, yes, you can.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I'll look it up to
Nice.
make sure.
Yeah.
So this is the lens extended, okay? This is
Yep.
at 240. That's at 24,
Okay.
okay? And it is manual focus and stabilized also,
Okay.
okay?
What do you
Nice.
recommend with a little more power, Randy?
Well, I would.
See, I'm close enough. By the way, I'm close enough to the horses where Clocker's Corner is. You're basically almost on the track. I'm right next to the track, so they're no more than 20-25 feet from me.
Well, then maybe
horse.
that lens with the teleconverter would be a good combination.
Yeah.
Well, it's either that or the 100 to 400.
Okay.
And that's going to be some.
Now, what about affordability? Because I bet you. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's the thing that always scares
This
me
is
about
the
you.
cheapest one.
Yeah,
I'm
the
thinking
100 to 400 is quite a bit of money. Here, Mr. Camera Junkie is the RF 100 to 400 5.6 to 8, which makes it outdoor lens. On Amazon is selling at $600 right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's nice.
That would that would sit well with you because you're the R8 and the R1 are both RF mounts. You know.
Right.
So that's a good one also.
Yeah.
But the 24 to the 280 that Randy's talking about, while you're walking around in there, how much is that lens, Randy? Do you remember?
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
They can get it like $600 on eBay.
Wow. Okay.
So the fact that it goes to 24 allows you to use it right there with people. With 100 to 400, unless you want to go up somebody's nose, you know, you gotta change the lenses to take pictures if you go there with a group or anything like that. And he says at 400 millimeters, this is Lewis. Even at f8, it's amazing. Do you have that, Lewis? You got that lens? So he
must.
Yeah, he might because he's liking it. There's a 40-second delay. It's not. I'm not doing it. It's part of YouTube, so he'll answer in a minute.
I mean, you're seeing, you know, the people that I went out there just for breakfast. My friends invited us out, and we're sitting there, and all of a sudden it's like just everybody, all the photographers are out, and they're all just getting incredible shots of these horses running down the track. Practice, right? They're running them, they're warming them up, they're doing all these things. And
do they charge you to take pictures?
No. That's why I'm saying, why didn't I know this years ago? I had no idea. It's crazy, man. You don't have to even pay for parking. It's free. Everything is free. They even give you coffee.
Somebody's got a new hobby. Somebody's got a new hobby.
And it's a good place to go and chill and meditate because I can go there really early in the morning and relax.
If you make a friend or two, that's great too. You know?
I think I will. I will. I just have to see. I think they might even let you have cigars there too. So we'll see.
Well, when you said that, I started thinking of the horses and the food. So like in Florida, the food area is a no smoking zone everywhere. You got to go outside to smoke. So I guess you'll find out what the rules are when you go. So
I did see somebody somebody smoking a cigar. I did, and I'm like,
there,
okay,
you might have
there
your
you
answer.
go.
Now,
I mean,
if
that
you-
must that's like heaven right there for me.
There
I
you go.
think.
Cigar,
deal.
hat, the camera, and the horse.
There, whole deal. Free coffee.
Free
Come on,
coffee.
man.
Yeah, that's right. Next thing we'll know, we're going to have a new YouTube channel. Coffee and a horse.
Man, that's amazing. I had no idea. All this time, it's so crazy. All this time, I had no idea.
Well, that's a pretty good find.
Yes.
And Randy's been swimming in the river lately, so
What?
Yeah.
I'm teasing him. He went out with a group of photographers and he got to join in.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, he had a good time, but he did fall in the water, you know.
Oh, that's
But
right. I heard.
The
Randy.
hand was up and the camera was in the hand, so they never
Camera
got
was
the
in the-
camera wet, right?
But I lost my cell phone.
Oh, you
that
did.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So it was in the back pocket. I fell on my butt. I had
Okay.
the camera up there, and this is the second time I fell. So I fell the last time. In fact, I fell all 3 times I was in that darn river. And
Ooh, this is new information. Juicy stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Juicy.
so I fell on my butt, and it stopped working. But it started working after 2 days after it dried out. Okay. And but the thing is, I needed a phone, so I bought a brand new one. I went to do the 16 Pro.
I was going to
And
say,
so-
what number did you go with?
Yeah. So the 16 Pro 256, and it's paid off. So
Oh,
But
that's the best
there you
part.
go. 100, 400. All right. To the teleconverter. This is what Mr. Camera Junkie was saying.
Right.
And it's for $650.
Yep. I just put
Okay.
that up there. I'll do it again.
Yeah. Now the 400 millimeter by itself is expensive.
It is.
You want either the 24 to 240 or the 100 to 400. Tamron just came out with the Nikon 50 to 400. I already had the 28 to 400, so I like that focal length. Okay.
Yep.
But 100 to 400 is an excellent lens. I even had the 100 to 500, but that's a more expensive lens. You're looking at $2,000 or $2,800 or something like that. So for the price range that we've said, $650 or the 24 to 240, if you want the extra reach. Now I think the teleconverters can get about $100. So you
Okay.
have to look at, but look for the 1.4. Don't get
Yeah,
the
the
2.
1.4 is the one I heard that works better, right, than the
Yeah.
than the, than
Yeah.
the 2.0.
Yeah, and make sure it's the RF, not the EF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now also they do have the 100, 400 and the EF mode. So, make sure you get the right lens for the right camera. You do have an EF lens, am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So even if you mess up there, you can still use the EF to RF adapter or whatever.
Right. Yeah,
The
that's what I-
R8 is a full frame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you know, or do you remember, Randy, or do you know, Carlos? Can you put the R8 in a crop mode, even though it's full frame?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Can you?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's your extender right there. Boom.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You can do that.
Yeah. That's 1.5.
Yeah.
And I'll go to the menu. Yeah, you sure can.
So if you're out there and you get one of these lenses, and you find you need a little reach, drop it into crop sensor mode.
Yeah.
And the quality is right up there. Unless you're going to put it on the side of a building, you should have no trouble. Now this is with Slime. It takes all the pictures that she does, and she posts them all over the poster walls. So keep telling her not to do that, but she doesn't listen to me.
I'm trying to focus on here. There you go.
I can fall in the river and not have to worry about her camera.
That's right.
Just saying.
Your camera can go under the water. Whoa!
Your
She
cameras are waterproof. That's
she
right.
got us
Right,
on that one.
right.
Right.
And
I
I do
saw a
fall in the
lot of
river
those.
quite a bit.
So I
Yeah.
have young people all over the United States. When I say young, 20 to 30 years old. And many of them will tap me for prayer. So he's the coach of a high school team. And so he's learned that before they go play, he sends me a message to pray for his team, you know. So I've been praying for him, and every time I pray, they win. Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
now I'm thinking like he thinks I'm like a good luck charm or something. It's like, excuse me, I just
Right,
pray. I said the
right.
prayer, that's it. But it made me think, you can't pray for the team to win. You know, were you praying for the other team to lose?
That's what you're doing.
Right? So
Yep.
I gave it some thought, and in my devotional time, my time with the Lord, I thought about it. And so I learned to pray for teams and stuff like that, for cleverness, quick-wittedness, for relaxed muscles, agility, stuff that it's fine to pray for. It's not hurting the other team, because you can't pray for something that's
I
going to
don't
hurt
think so. I
somebody
think you're
else, you know?
still, yeah, I think you're still, I think you just kind of reworded it, Peter,
No.
because you're still praying the other team doesn't have those things. They're not
No, it's not. When
quick
I
on their
pray for
feet.
you to
They're
be a better looking person, I'm not praying for everybody else to be uglier.
not, unless I'm competing with somebody.
Well, yeah.
So that's the way I pray, because I don't want to pray against someone else, you know. So I pray that they'll see an opening, because all these kinds of games that they play and everything is all about.
Do you pray for the other team to see openings too?
No, of course not. Close those.
Why?
Close their eyes. Shut them down.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Here we go, folks. I found the switch.
There it is. There it is.
And look at Sly. She's ready to kill me.
Nah.
Sly, one
I-
question.
Yes.
One question. I was looking at the bags that all these guys are wearing, and it's hot. It's at the racetrack. Is there kind of like, if I was to say like, what is a good breathable maybe bag that you think might be good? Would you have something off the top of your head? That you
What
think
does
might be good?
breathable mean? For you or for
I don't know.
the
Just
cameras?
something that, is there a
For
bag
him.
that is lighter? You know, that isn't that's better maybe in the heat. You know, and
So
there
are
such
you
thing?
wanting a backpack or a messenger style?
a backpack.
Okay. Yes.
What's
they
messenger
make-
style? What is that? Where does that go?
Like the one I sent you. That's messenger.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Who is it? Low Pro, I think.
Ooh, that's a good name. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, let me take my ears out and I'll go show it to you real quick.
Okay. That's it. You got Sly on her game. There we go.
Well,
I
look
know.
at that wall.
I
look
know
at
what
that wall.
Carlos-
That's crazy.
I know what
That
Carlos
wall
is
is
doing.
nuts. Look at all that stuff.
Yeah, she's got a great
Well, I can open
background.
up-
Yeah.
She can open up her own bag store with that wall right
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
We she likes to say the bag lady, but I call her the bag queen, because she's the queen of the bags.
I call her the
Yeah.
bag master.
The bag Oh, that's even better. You get
that's
you
what
get the MPV award for the night, Carlos. Bag master.
I've always called Sly the bag master.
Here's our bag master. I'll let her
Yeah.
put her earbuds on before I make her full size.
Right. Yeah, make me full size. Okay. So because of the backing, you don't get hot. I use
That's
this for
it.
my hiking
That's it.
backpack. And
Okay.
now it doesn't have a huge camera area, which is good because cameras add weight. Okay, but you could definitely get
Yep.
your lens, and I've
Yep.
kind of got it tied up because it's on the wall, but it's about twice as big as what the think tank camera area is.
Is that a low pro?
If I can, yeah. I don't think I can show it because I've got it all tied up. But it does have, it's like from here
Okay.
down,
Yeah.
this
Okay.
camera, right? And then you've got a little bit of storage area up here for
Okay.
snacks or whatever. It will hold
Right.
a water bottle just fine. But this
Cool.
is the part, and this is the part that is up against
Okay.
your skin, and that's what you want to keep cool.
That's
So,
it. That's it.
That's the. You think it'd have a name on it somewhere? I think it's a Trekker. Oh, here
Okay.
it is. Hang on. Let me put some glasses on so I can see what it says.
Yep.
The flip side Trek, and you can flip it around on one shoulder and access this back part, so you don't have to set it on the ground.
Oh, cool.
So really, really good for hiking. Okay, Peter, you can go back to the four of us. It's really good for hiking in the woods. You
Okay.
don't have to set it down. You can just sling it over one shoulder, and it just sits right there.
Nice.
Zip it open and get everything out. So Vanguard makes one too, but it's heavier. It has an aluminum frame.
Okay.
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 But it's along the same. I have one of those too, but it's a heavier bag, and the capacity is about the same. So the Low Pro is my go-to.
Yeah, I like that because I don't want to be carrying a bunch of all of my gear. And just like,
a few lenses.
You could
Yeah,
get
yeah.
probably 2 camera bodies and 4 lenses in there. I mean, it's
Wow.
not
Yeah, that's a
small.
lot.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
good
a lot.
size.
That's
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
Maybe
So-
too big.
Especially that lens Randy just showed.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, that,
Yeah,
that
just-
would fit in there fine.
Yep. Like it.
Yes, I way too many bags, Carlos.
No.
But I'm culling it down to where I have my favorites.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
that I love that bag I just got. I absolutely adore it. But in this
Yeah.
95, 98 degree weather heat, it is not
Yeah.
the right bag to take.
Okay. Okay.
Peter, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
I'm trying. The camera's in front of the screen, and I can't see.
The camera's in front of the screen. Oh, okay.
It's blocking the screen, and I need to see what's behind the camera.
Yeah. So I
Well-
found that. Yeah. Found that slide. It's good. Okay. Awesome.
It's funny because the webcam is right in front of Peter. So it looks like I'm looking at you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when he did that, he was peering out around the
Made you nervous, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I'm like, what are you doing?
Because you see the green light on the hotspot. Oh, is he looking at me? What
And
is he
here
looking
comes
at?
Peter.
Yeah. It's like he was going to go through. He was going to come through.
I know,
Okay.
right?
No, it's more like this.
Oh,
All right, guys. I feel inclined to end the show unless you want to go in another direction.
I think it's time.
I think we had a good time, and that's the
Yeah.
whole point of. Honestly, that is the point.
Yeah.
Is for us to enjoy being here. No tension, no anger, except when Sly gets pissed off at me, but that's normal. I tease her a lot,
But we are going to have to call each other by name because so people don't think we're talking about them.
That went over my head. Randy.
Peter.
When I say Randy, I mean
Carlos.
Randy.
Randy.
Yeah.
Carlos.
Sly.
We're going to have to
See?
call each other by name.
So long as we all know.
What were we calling
right.
each other before? Were we calling each other something else?
No.
When you say by name, are you talking about our names or like Bokeh Prosciutto?
No, like Peter and Carlos and Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Name
but we
names.
do that. And
No,
you got me so confused in my old age.
Yeah, I know. You just leave it.
By the way, I'm wearing the new earbuds that you got me into.
Yeah, me too.
I feel no pain, none whatsoever.
I told you, you can wear these forever.
Well,
these are cheap little $6 Sonys, 6 or 7,
Okay.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they don't hurt my ears like these over the ear things that are
well, what
horribly
part of
Yeah.
your ear was getting hurt? The
the
over the
inside.
ear?
No,
Inside, right?
the
Yeah,
inside, yeah.
right.
Yeah. But
The
I have two,
inside was like rubbing raw, and it was like
yeah.
every week, every Friday. It was like by the time I finished the show, it hurt.
You're ready, right.
You
Well, I have
know?
2 pair of these, and one pair is rather expensive, and they both do the same thing. And these
Oh.
Right.
Sonys, these cheap little Sonys, don't. So,
Wow. You're really liking them, Sly. It's good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would be for, if you were listening to music and you were like on the
Right.
audio file.
Right.
But I mean, as far as for voices and
And for
Yeah.
what we're doing here, it's
Perfect.
Yeah.
like this is the first time that I can remember where I wasn't like, let's get the show over. My ear is killing me. No,
Yeah.
my
Right.
ear is fine.
yeah, you
know.
forget you're wearing them. Other than
I can't
They-
hear myself,
they
right?
they seal so well you can't really
Yeah.
hear yourself talk.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, what would
Yeah.
happen if I turned on my speakers and pulled my earbuds out? Would it destroy the show?
Yes.
Should we try it?
Go ahead.
Randy, you're not wearing earbuds, are you?
Yeah, you see, I can't understand why you guys are wearing it. All you have to do is mute the browser and just listen to the stream or the link, and that's your sound. You don't need to wear the earbuds.
Carlos,
I
are you
can't
wearing
understand.
earbuds?
no, see, I'm not watching the stream. I'm watching our
Little
room.
window.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's
Okay.
where the sound is coming from.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's it. You mute the browser so I can write comments to, like say good night everyone, stuff like that.
Right.
But that's on mute.
That's
So,
on mute. That's what I do
when I'm
too,
on
Randy. That's what I do.
So when I go on stream, this is the only one that I hear the sound, and it's live. If I
Right.
put the browser on, then you get that echo effect, and it's like 20 to 40 seconds behind. So it doesn't make sense to have that browser on. And
What did you
What I
do,
will
Sly?
say-
Are you?
What I
Did you
will say though, there are times where I've done a live stream, through Ecamm like this. I've done an interview, and you do have, it is kind of risky. I remember playing it back like, oh wow, I can hear a little bit of feedback, a tiny little bit of feedback when I wasn't wearing the headphones, right? And maybe I could have messed with my settings more. I know that, Ecamm also has that echo, setting, right? But I think that's why we're wearing them though for interview. I think for one-on-one interview.
Oh,
right? It's like,
absolutely. Yeah.
that's the key for one-on-one. But I don't think.
Yeah.
But for this though,
Well,
Yeah,
I'm the last one. Sly, talk for a second and see how it works for you.
Okay. Well, it sounds obviously I'm not going to hear my voice through my speakers.
Yeah, but I would hear the echo on mine because I'm
But
the
I-
broadcaster, the
But
broadcasting
I am
software.
hearing some like water dripping when I talk.
Hmm.
really,
Yeah.
So should
Huh.
I try it too? I'll be the last one to give it a shot.
that's
Sure.
weird.
Okay.
You're amongst friends.
Yeah, there's only what, 5 people in here, so
It's
Peter-
safe, Peter. It's safe.
Peter's
it's safe.
taking off his earphones.
Okay, so now I have them off, which means I can't hear you, so you can talk about me behind my back.
Woohoo!
And what do I have to do?
Sorry,
Oh, I have to
Carlos.
unplug these from the computer? Everybody's
Yes.
laughing.
Don't
Somebody
dangle
made a
those
joke
like
about
that.
Peter. I
Don't
just
dangle
know
those
somebody
like
made a
that.
joke
Stop
about
dangling
Peter.
those.
Okay,
Don't
so
do that.
I'm going to go over there and unplug the headphones and plug the speakers in.
Okay,
And-
go
Are you
plug
gonna
the-
Are you gonna go to the store too? Are you gonna go to the store as well? I mean, what else are you gonna do? It's like,
Well, it's so far
yeah.
that he can't get a tripod when he's taking the camera outside. So I
I
don't know.
heard that.
He may have to go to Orlando to plug them speakers in.
I guess so. I mean, that's what it seems like. Holy cow!
You can tell I'm getting tired
Okay.
of it.
So I am hearing an echo. So someone's
you?
browser is on.
Okay, so now I'm back.
Okay,
now-
so
Somebody's browser is probably on.
Is your
Voice
browser-
cancellation is not on because the box where it
Okay.
says. So let me turn that on.
Now start talking. Now I can't hear
Uh-oh.
your voice. You put it on mute.
Yeah, now we
Right.
can't hear you at all, Peter.
Okay. So if
Okay,
I
now we-
use
Now you're
echo cancellation, it shuts me down. Dang. Are we, Randy? Am I getting feedback or not?
No, you're not getting any feedback now.
Okay.
but
I can-
I hear Randy now.
Yeah.
I can
What-
lower the
what's
speaker
fine?
volume. Let's try lowering the
All
speaker
right,
volume
now,
just a little bit.
Spy, I think the feedback's on you. Okay, so do you have a browser with the sound on?
I don't have a browser
Besides
open.
the regular link.
I don't have a browser open.
Okay, so you just have the link with the four of us, am I correct?
Right.
Okay, so I hear an echo on her.
See, I hear one
I'm
on
hearing
you.
the echo. I'm hearing the echo
Okay.
now. Where's that coming from?
So
Who's the echo?
I think it might be Peter then. It has to be
No,
Peter.
no. It's Peter because he has to have the browser open because he's doing the live stream.
Peter,
let me check. Let me check. I'll go over to
Okay.
there.
if you turn down the volume, see if that takes.
Okay, so I close that browser, and I close that browser. Well, heck, I'll close the whole Chrome.
No,
Okay.
and then you'll lose the live
Yeah,
stream.
don't close the Chrome, but you have to have Ecamm open to run the live stream.
Okay,
So I think
what bothers me is why, when I turn on echo cancellation, that now there's it's not on. Okay.
Is picking up our voices from your speakers.
Oh, up to
Now
Ecamm
you've
and on the output, on make sure the audio monitor is off and video monitor. Let's see, what was the other one? Well, I think the output. Okay.
Okay, it's got
the audio
enable echo cancellation for external speakers. So now I have that on. Can you still hear me?
Okay. There you go. Yeah, and you're sounding good.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm still hearing echo though.
Yeah,
when
and
you
that's
talk,
only when
Randy.
Sly is speaking. So
well, when Carlos is
it's
speaking
probably
too.
in her. You're hearing echo on him also?
Wait a minute.
Mhm.
All right,
That's
somebody
so weird. 'Cause
talk.
I'm not hearing. Only time I hear echo is when you're talking, Randy. I don't hear echo with anyone else. So that's what's weird. Why is that? Why am I only hearing echo when you talk? I'm hearing that feedback when you talk.
So
Echo.
I'm hearing Carlos and Randy, but
Yeah.
I don't hear any feedback on me. Carlos is hearing me and Randy echo, but not himself. And Randy is hearing Carlos and me, but not himself. And it didn't start until you took your headphones out, Peter.
Well, that's because
So
I turn on the speakers in the room. I turned on the
Yeah, it's
speakers
on
in the room.
Yeah. And I
Okay,
don't hear
so
echo
now
with you, Sly. I don't hear echo
I'm
with
going to
you,
mute
Sly.
my microphone, and you guys talk, and if it fixes it, then it's my mic.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the mic would be picking
Somebody
up your speakers, right? Randy?
Yeah, see, now I'm not hearing it. Say something, Randy. Randy,
Okay.
you're on
You
mute.
hear me now?
Oh, there you go. Yes.
Yeah, see, no
You hear me
more
now?
echo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's no
Yeah,
echo.
okay.
So
All right, so now my microphone is open, and when you all know Ecamm, so you get the green bar. Actually, I'll do this so you
Yeah.
can see. Okay.
Mhm.
Live demo mode. Okay, so you can see. So
Yep.
here's my green bar. Now, if I don't
Yep.
talk, but one of you talk, you'll see my microphone picking it up. So go ahead and talk, and I'll be quiet.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's right. That's the feedback we're getting, right? Yeah, you're getting us in there.
So if I mute this,
but then you can't talk. Hey, we solved it. Now Peter can't say anything. I think, Peter, you're going to have to wear earbuds.
I like it this way the best. Actually, I like it this way the best.
With me muted?
It's the quietest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the quietest. That's right.
I'll tell you what. If I wear the earbuds, where are they? But you don't have to. We have made an advance. Okay.
Look at what Mookie just said in your chat.
I hear all 3 of Peter's guests except when Peter mutes his mic.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to take it out of demo. Okay. Now where's the new Sonys? All right. So I'm going to turn my speakers off, but you guys keep your earbuds off. I mean, just be normal. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you leaving us again? Are you going down the street?
He's going up to Orlando to unplug his speakers.
Yeah, I hear the echo. So once he plugs it in, then it should go away. And then look at his options. Well, you can't see it because he went back to himself. But you notice the 2 exclamation marks he had?
All right, so my speakers are off, but I can't hear anything until I put the earbuds on.
Okay.
So I'm not going to run the wire down the back of my shirt again. All
right. So does anybody hear an echo from me or Sly or Carla?
No echo. No echo.
My microphone stays no green when you guys talk. So that means the speakers were feeding back into this microphone.
Yep.
Okay.
So
the other thing we've got to be careful about is sometimes my earbuds, because I have those, I have something like those too, but sometimes I've got them turned up too high and my mic catches it.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I have experienced that.
Yeah. Yeah, but these Sonys, they seal in your ear so good.
Yeah. No, still no pain. Still no pain.
Do you have a link down there on the Sony earbuds?
Put a link in there. Let's link it.
Let's link it.
Link it.
Mookie says Peter went out to buy some milk and never heard from him again. Now, that could be true if it was ice cream, but milk,
Peter, I got to see you like on a little, you know, like, I don't know, a little blow up raft or something in the pool and doing a vlog just like that. That would be nice just to see.
That would be cool, right? I keep telling him he's got to get in the pool.
Yep.
Yeah. Excellent exercise.
I would not hold my breath on that one, but okay. I like the idea.
Well, the exercise is key because that is the most phenomenal exercise you can do is swimming. I mean, that's
swimming. Yeah, Dad used to tell me that 100 years ago, you know.
Yeah.
And the kid that lived across the street from us was my age, and I still communicate to say hi every once in a while. He's up in North Carolina or something. But I don't want this to sound bad, but dang, he had the best physique you ever wanted to see on a guy. He was on the swim team at the high school.
He's a swimmer. Yeah, great physiques.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, huge shoulders and
broad shoulders.
I asked him, "What are you exercising or what?" No, I just swim. You know, so
that's really wild. Swimmers have to have those shoulders, Norm.
Yeah, those boys swim 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week.
Yeah,
really.
And it is brutal. And then I think he was 15 or 16 years old, and the whole team got it in their head, and these are high school swim team guys, and the whole team got it in their head that if they didn't have any hair on their body, they would go faster in the water.
Yep.
Oh, it's still true today. They still shave.
So my teenage son is in the bathtub shaving his hairy legs, and it was a family affair, let me tell you. Not
did it improve?
Ready for, huh?
What did you say, Randy?
Did it improve?
Did he improve? He said.
I don't even remember. I'm sure he does, but
Yeah.
they wear next to nothing. These little bitty. When he told me what size swimsuit to buy him, I was like, "You'll never fit into that." He wanted like a 24 or 26 or something,
Oh,
and he's a big guy. He's
Yeah.
very tall and very broad shouldered,
Right.
and I'm like, you will, even at 15 or 16, you will never fit into that. Sure enough, that's what he would stretch that thing to his max.
Yep.
Yeah. But they want it tight so it doesn't fall off.
well, it would be very embarrassing if it fell off.
It
Okay,
would be
so
embarrassing if it fell off. I guess. I mean, it shows everything with it on, so I don't.
I just got my first pair of 34 pants in 50 years. I wear
Wow.
38s and I went down to 36s and they're a little loose, so I bought 34s and I started.
Wow.
This is my third day back on the no sugar. I was going to
Nice.
do no sugar Monday through Friday and then have treats, like if we go out or something on the weekend. But I feel, and I'm doing so good, why bother? Just, if we go to a restaurant, I'll eat. But if we don't go to a restaurant, I'm not going to,
Yeah, I mean, unless it's a special occasion.
Right.
You know,
Special occasions is a great word.
But be careful, because if you get your body used to not having any sugar and then you go indulge,
Yes, you
like,
get sick. Oh, my God.
yeah. So be careful.
So
with
maybe
that.
I need to have a little sugar every once in a while, but not sugar.
Everybody needs a little sugar every once in a while.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Just
talking
have
about a
protein.
bad sugar. I'm talking about like I'm in South Florida, so we have black beans and rice down here. That's a sugar, believe it or not. But the
Right.
black beans are very fibrous, so
Yeah.
it'll. So I'm not talking about
Yeah.
having a banana split, okay? Although
Yeah.
that does
Yeah,
sound rather tempting. But
Doesn't that sound tempting?
but because of Randy, I have a whole new freaking treat that is off the
What?
charts. I
What?
took my smoothie that I make normally,
Yeah.
okay, which is chocolate and protein powder and a few other things like vitamins and stuff. And I add 1 teaspoon of instant coffee and a half a cup of ice cubes and run the blender on high. And it tastes like a Fopamake, whatever he has with that.
Froggle Mac.
mocha.
Yeah.
Yeah, without the
Happy
chocolate Hershey syrup on top. And I'm fine not having that. But dang, if it's
Yeah.
not so enjoyable, I can't imagine it being, not fattening or sugar, but it's not. I counted the sugar. It's 3 grams if I stretch it, okay, of sugar, which is
Wow.
not a
That's
lot.
good.
A baked potato's got 55 grams of sugar. So
How about
You
avocado?
gotta
You
read-
put avocado in there?
I can eat avocado.
Do you put it in that smoothie? Or
No,
What
I
is
don't.
it?
I have guar gum if I want it thicker, but I've cut that out. When you put the ice cubes in it, it makes it thicker. I don't know why,
Okay.
So,
You got to read Mookie's comment.
where is it?
I love that guy. He is so funny.
He's got a great sense of humor.
Yes, he
Mookie, any
does.
chance of you coming on ever in your life, or is it just a no-go? Combine it all and do a cooking show and go and make something while floating in the pool while talking about cameras.
Do the whole thing.
Combine
it all.
shebang.
That's
I
right.
paid $600 to get that advice from Tim Schmoyer's team because they specialize in getting your YouTube up, and he watched all my stuff, and he said you need to combine your cameras with your cooking. It's like, no, but that's what they came back with. And anyway,
So this is what you do, Peter.
Write
You
him a
get
check.
your chicken nugget,
Write him a
Check
check.
checks in the mail,
That's
Mookie.
right.
sandwich, get in the pool, get in the deck, whatever. You're eating, you're taking your selfie or your vlogging, whatever. You're recording your video, and you're floating around.
It'll be
There
on
you
a
go.
tripod. I'm not taking a camera in the pool. It's just
Oh,
not,
you're right. Yeah, you're
not
right.
going to happen unless Sly sends me one of her cameras.
Right.
You know, I'll put it on the patio, put it on record. I'll put the Saramonic. Who just did a video? I think it was Shane. Nice new camera, new wireless mic, boy mic or something. Sly, is there a Boya mic?
I've seen that mic.
Boya.
Yeah.
Boya 2 mic, and it actually records inside the little receiver part.
Right.
I think it's in the receiver.
Yeah.
And there's 2 transmitters, 2 of the voice things. I'm sorry that I'm wearing this now in the front. I had it behind me before.
Yeah.
But and it sounded great, you know.
So the DJI Mic 2 has that, and so does the Rode Wireless Go Mic 2 have that, where you can record.
Doesn't the new Hollyland do that too, though? The new one.
Yeah.
The reason I like that new Hollyland, that is killer because of how it clips on and how tiny, that.
Oh yeah,
that
on that
little
black
piece
shirt, you'd never even see it.
Yeah.
What's it called? Hollyland?
It's
The
the newest
Hollyland
one. It's
Lark,
it's
the
the one. It's the
M2S.
one that
Holly
just came
Lark.
out,
Okay.
Yeah, and it is
and
so
it
tiny.
has. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. The Saramonic that I have got to be a couple of years old, and I'm still very happy with that.
I mean, it's wild how good these things sound. It's
Yeah.
incredible, right?
That's why this microphone array on Eleanor, when you turn on the voice isolation in Final Cut Pro, sounds like I got a mic in my hand.
It does, huh? Man,
You know?
that voice isolation in Final Cut is ridiculous.
It's
so
really
amazing.
good. Shane is the
Unbelievable.
one that taught me about that. He came here and he said, "Why aren't you using that?" I said, "I didn't even know I had it." You know?
Yeah, it's so good. It's so dialed in.
So from the day he came here a couple of years ago, whatever it was, I have been using the voice isolation in there.
Does anybody have a really good chicken wing recipe? Like spicy chicken wings. Does anybody make spicy chicken wings in here?
Well, you would start by making a good chicken wing and then spice it up. Like sprinkle it with cayenne pepper, hot sauce, or whatever your poison is. But chicken wings, they do great if you season them with the Italian seasoning, like you were going to make Italian salad dressing. Okay.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that? That comes with a shaker jar and the dry Italian seasoning.
Yes.
You know, and you put a little vinegar and a little water and olive oil, and you shake it. That's it's a wonderful dressing.
Wow.
So either make the dressing and soak the chicken wing in it, or just sprinkle the dressing on it. That makes an amazing chicken wing. You know,
I'm gonna try
and
that.
if you can soak them or marinate them overnight, that'd be great. But at least an hour if you can't. You know. And then pop them in the air fryer.
Yeah.
Sly teaches me so much stuff. I just bought 2 pizzas at $7.99 each from Domino's. Okay, and I wait for them to go up. Go on sale for $7.99 or $9.99 because it's cheaper than the store, and they're cooked. And I like the Papa John's the best of the taste.
Okay.
And I just split them up and I freeze them. And I put them, Sly taught me, 3 minutes in the air fryer, and my God, it tastes like I just brought it home. You know?
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Good.
so the big boy in the middle of the night, he gets the hungers around here. And he'll wake me up. Hey, you awake? No,
And the
I'm
big boy's gotta
sleeping.
eat. Big boy's got to eat, man.
I try to take good care of him. And what do you got in the kitchen? Nothing. Well, can you make me some eggs? No. Okay, but I don't like anybody being hungry. That bothers me. So, but I can just take out the bag, put the pizza in for 3 minutes, and I'm done. No wash, no fuss, no muss. You know, and boy, it smells. The whole house smells like a fresh pizza you just brought home.
Wow, nice.
So I just got 2 pizzas, $7.99 each, and they're already in the freezer. You know.
Okay.
So tonight at 2 in the morning, when we have our midnight buffet, I'll just take them out, and courtesy of Sly from Oklahoma, I'll stick them in.
Midnight buffet.
Midnight buffet. But our midnight buffet is at 2 a.m. But I went from 152 to 168 by not being on the low sugar. That
Wow.
wasn't the bad part. Okay, the bad part is I feel really bad. Okay,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was thinking there's something wrong with my heart. Okay, I'll wake up in the morning and my it's going 120 minutes per second or minute, not per second.
Oh my gosh,
Okay,
Peter.
right. So for 3 days now, no sugar, no nothing. Dang, I already feel better. And when you
Yep.
start keto,
Yep.
on the third day is supposed to be your worst day. I had
Mm.
no problems, no problems whatsoever.
Good.
And I
Good.
had
Keep
one
at
of
it.
Randy's frappe marcacino, whatever you call it,
Frappe
uh,
mocha.
frappe mocha. It's a Randy drink, okay.
Every time you say it, it's different. I
It
love
was.
that.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
I can't picture the words in my mind to read it. You know, many times you can say a word properly by just picturing it in your mind. So I could picture frappe, but the mocha part slips past my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and yesterday I started on the treadmill. 10 minutes. Yes, sirree.
Oh, good, Peter. Good.
Yes.
Awesome.
Sounds like I got a cheering section
Staying
here.
active.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Good.
Well, if I don't do something, things will start going downhill. I can tell.
Yeah, that's
by
right.
the way I feel.
That's right. Yep. Absolutely.
The thing is to get into the pool, but I don't know if I can do that.
That's the best. That's the best.
Yeah.
That's so good on your body. It's so easy on your body, right? It's so low.
Yeah, but I found a great way to annoy Marty, and that is just go walk on the treadmill. It's in my bedroom. I put the treadmill on and put the TV on, and I'm trying to sleep. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be done in 10 minutes.
So Carlos and Randy, have y'all? I
Y'all?
assume
Y'all? Did you say
y'all
y'all?
have bought and sold houses.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So
Say again.
have you bought or sold a house?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So how much earnest money did you have to put down?
Hmm.
I know something you
Yeah,
don't
well-
know.
You be quiet.
What are you going for a loan, or are you just paying it outright?
She got
No,
an
I'm-
offer
well-
with a 40-page bid, and they gave her some earnest money. I'll let her tell the story. So she's reading through all these pages, and guess how much they gave her for earnest money? I didn't even know there was such a thing as earnest money, but
Yeah.
Well, you
yeah.
haven't bought or sold a house, but
It- it's kind of like
so-
a contract. So if we put an offer,
yeah.
So-
So how much do you think
and
it
you
should?
can- I would say about what is it? 10% at the most.
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
earned money?
I mean,
Depending on what
here
the
in,
house
Ca-
is.
here in California, we're usually around 15% to 20%.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Earnest
here in
money? Wow.
yeah, they're
Okay.
saying percent.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but you
So-
see, mine was lower because it's just a contract, and it all they'll pay the rest. Earnest money is just to say, "Hey,
I'm
go sell the
serious.
house underneath me."
Right,
You
I'm
accept-
serious. Right.
right.
That's all it is. So whatever
Right.
percent you agree to, that you would go with, but you would also depend on, you read the contract and stuff, and then you decide, hey, I want more money or whatever. But the thing is, if it fails to go through, you keep the earnest money, and then
Yes.
you can sell. Yeah.
Okay. So the 3 houses that I bought, I think we had to put down. It was either 500 or 1,000. Okay.
Okay.
They have offered me $10.
Don't take it.
I wouldn't bother with them. The whole thing is a trick. Who
Yeah,
makes an
yeah,
offer on a house with $10 bill? Hey,
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I called, and the little girl who answers the phone and they've been kind of hard to deal with anyway. But so when she sent the contract over, she said, if you have any questions, call, we'll try to answer your questions. So that was the first thing, was the earnest money. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think $10 is earnest money, that you're not very earnest. So that was the first, and my son and I both read the contract, and we had some other issues too.
Yeah.
But they want me to warranty that everything is in working order. Well, if it was, I wouldn't be selling it so cheap. So
It's
it's
as
not.
is, right? It's as
As
is.
is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so it's a no-go. But I
Well,
thought that was very humorous that they would even
I mean,
write a
I misunderstood you, Sly. I didn't realize you were talking about earnest money. Earnest money is generally, from my understanding, it's 1 to 3%. It's generally what it is.
But $10 doesn't bring that to
That's
that.
hilarious. Yeah, that's
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never heard of $10.
that's not very earnest, like you said. That's
No,
not
it's
very earnest.
not.
And what bothers me
That is
is she
crazy.
will still bend over to try to please these people when I think they should be out the door and down the street. You know,
Hey,
it's like
you don't get to say anything, Peter.
I'm not
You
buying
don't
her
get to
house.
say
I'm not buying her house.
I'm just saying, think about what you just said. Just saying.
What? What? She shouldn't pay attention to these people. They're like on Facebook, where you put a camera
And they
up for
should be-
$1,500 and they say, "I'll give you $300 cash today."
By the
She
way, did
shouldn't
you
put up with
your,
that, right?
She should not put up with that.
Did you put your camera on Facebook, on Marketplace?
No, I didn't.
Why? Why?
I think I fell asleep, but I'm not sure.
I mean, if you can tell me what to do and what I shouldn't do about this contract, then I can tell you to put your camera on Marketplace.
So
I'm just saying.
Randy, Sly asked me, "Do I have a ZV-E1?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And she says they are flying off the shelves on Facebook at crazy high prices. I says, "You're kidding."
Yeah.
I said, "They're you can't even hold them. The zoom is too powerful." You know, she says people are buying them, and she looked it up, and she says they're being sold for $700. I said,
Yeah.
$700 sold. Dang.
Where
I can, you know.
where did I
So,
I read
so Peter has
I
the
read-
ZV-1 Mark II and the ZV-1. Get rid of the ZV-1
Mhm.
and just use the ZV-1 Mark II.
That's what I told him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I just read that who is Sony, right? In Canada, like I guess today was the last day for, I think regular priced cameras. I think tomorrow you're going to see a dramatic increase.
Oh, because
Yeah.
of the tariffs?
Right.
Okay.
Tomorrow you're toast.
Yeah.
So maybe, these cameras
No,
are going
I-
to be.
Maybe the price will go even higher.
Yep.
Yeah, it might. I paid $400 and something for that G7X Mark III and sold it in 2 hours for $700.
Oh,
Wow, Sly. Where did you sell it on Marketplace?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Just being up and
We don't have
I
offer
like
up.
it better than Craigslist. Yeah.
Okay.
well, Randy convinced me to put this up for sale, so maybe this is the right timing to do that. I might get better money for it, you know.
No,
That's right.
the point and shoots are what's bringing the money right now.
Oh, they're the ones that are selling? Yeah, but we
Yeah.
can all watch.
ZV-1s are also selling.
We can watch. We can all watch this and see how it's
Yeah.
playing out.
I mean, they're gonna be in hot demand. I mean, the cameras. I mean, Camera Canada is gonna go crazy. I mean, up there, they're gonna really be hurting.
Mhm.
So I would imagine they're gonna be looking for deals.
Right.
Sony
Well,
is what I.
now
How
they
about it-
worked
how about
out a
in the
deal
US?
where it doesn't ship to North America anymore. It now ships straight to Canada, so they don't have to pay a double tariff.
Yeah, that was terrible. A double.
Yeah.
Right.
But I didn't know
Yeah.
that started tomorrow. So thank you, Randy. I'll keep an eye on these prices.
Yep.
you know. So when you look on the car dealerships, like so and so Buick or so and so Dodge, and you look through their stuff, they go all the cars that we have on the lot are tariff free at this moment. So I think we're going to find out that a lot of our American cars and other cars are not from America.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. God, it's crazy stuff that's going on right now, huh?
That's
Yeah, it
wonderful. It's
Well, guys, I have a lot of moving to do tomorrow, so
Can
I'm
can
gonna-
you close us out, Peter? Can you? Are we done?
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
done.
done.
I can close it out. So
Nice.
I've added to my saying, and my saying is, I'll see you next Friday night, God willing, in the bridges and up. And my goal is the sky and not the grave. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
God
Night.
willing. Good night.
See you, everybody.
Good night.